Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, April 7th, 2022, and you can find this 147 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away. You can also watch me terribly fail at video games, except when I'm being handheld on Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
You can also watch me play video games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can find the both of us on Twitter. I'm at MarcusB814.
And I am at Nick Vern, that's NICKVERN. And this week's episode, we're talking to the one and only TomTom TV. That's right, TomTom TV is totally taking over. I don't know why I added a time in there, but it's TomTom TV. He's a Destiny 2 help streamer, an awesome mega nerd just like us. So thank you for coming on the show. And what have you been up to?
Not much. How are you guys?
We are fantastic.
We're great.
That was absolutely fucking amazing, by the way. What a solid intro.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
We got to hype up our guests a little bit. It can't just be like, oh, what's
You're
up?
so good at like reading it. Like I've done so much like content, TikTok content and stuff like that, YouTube, where like I try to like read something and I'm like, I can't like for some
hype
reason
it up.
I have to like it's like straightforward.
But we've been doing this for
147 episodes.
That's incredible too, by the way.
It's a lot of reps.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of practice.
It's absolutely incredible.
So you play a lot of games, sir.
Too many.
What have you been doing the past couple weeks?
Pretty much just, obviously Witch Queen has just come out, Destiny, and we've been just working really hard just to try to help pretty much as many people as we can get through this content, mostly raids. We pretty much will start stream and just raid for 8 hours straight, you know what I mean?
It's awesome.
It's just pretty much just trying to get as many people as I can through this content, and
So I was just helped through a raid, which I'll talk about in a little while. And when you help somebody with a raid, do you have your set 5 guys like yourself and 4 of your homies that you're like, that are your diehards, ride or die? Like, okay, hey, Marcus or Nick, I'm going to help you finish this raid. And you're like, oh, do I need to bring friends? Nah, I have my crew. They are going to help carry you through this.
Yeah, absolutely. So usually what we do is I have myself and 3 others. Now it's never really a set group of people that are with me. It's just, other individuals that are like myself that love to help the community, and that, pretty much play as much as I do, that are in a position to be able to do that. I do have one that you probably know, Nub, that boy Nub. He is like my other half. He is with me pretty much every run, every step of the way, every stream. A lot of the times we'll even take 4 people and just do like maybe some sort of a teaching sort of a run, not just like, kill ads here and, we'll worry about the rest of the mechanics in the raid, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we'll,
yes.
But it's all random. Like I have a Sherpa role called the Champions of the Light or whatever in the Discord. And it's just people that want to help other people. So usually like before a stream, I'll go into the Discord, into that Sherpa chat, and I'll be like, hey, I need, a couple people that want to run, that want to help. And then whoever, first, whatever it is, they just hop in and then we go for it.
I will say that I would say a little difference between, for me now, the SWTOR community and the Destiny community. I don't really I feel like people help people, but not like Destiny. Like you guys just your entire 4, 6, 8 hour stream is just helping people clear content over and over and over. And you guys, like, I see people with like Guardians helped at the top or whatever it is. And it's just amazing because like it's got to be frustrating sometimes because like you don't know who you're taking. Somebody says, "Oh, sure."
Oh, without doubt.
Yeah, and like you could get a player like me who has played for 6 or 8 months but isn't still terrible, or you get Nick just started playing a month ago. You don't know the quality of player you're getting.
Yeah, no,
But thankfully, at least I'm
absolutely.
okay at first-person shooters. You can get somebody that's just like never played a first-person shooter before.
Yes, I agree. But
You know,
Nick,
there's layers.
the jumping in this game has to be the most ridiculous shit ever.
Yeah, see, I'm a Warlock main, and when I first started playing the game, my buddy was like, and all I would do was just jump in the air, float in the air. She's like, dude, you gotta stop jumping in the air, bro. They're just pinging you out of the air. Like,
Yeah,
just
because I think it's Halo. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's what
for
like my
sure.
brain's reverting back to is like jumping Call of Duty, like jumping
Yeah.
over a corner and stuff.
Yeah.
Hashtag Titan. So I guess for me, it's more of like amazing because maybe I'll get there someday, but there's so much about the game that I don't even know about. And I'm still learning how do you unlock the missions for the fucking evidence board? Oh, I'll figure it out, right?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you that, to be
Well, right.
honest.
Yes. But that's what's so awesome about the game. And what I really like is I've played SWTOR for 7 years straight, really no other games, couple others. But now that like whether Nick sticks to Destiny or not, I feel like even if like once he gets to 1550 or whatever, he could stop playing. And when the next wave of story stuff comes back for a couple weeks and we get to play together for a couple weeks. Because we've gone years without really playing. Like legit, like I think every year we probably played games together for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And in
just
a
play
month,
different games, you know?
right. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But like in the past like month, Nick and I have played almost 12 hours together just playing Destiny between his stream and clan night or whatever. So
right.
I'm going to ask one question because I'm dying to know.
Okay.
What's your favorite raid in the game?
Ooh, I gotta tell you, it's the new one.
Wow.
It's the new one. Yeah,
I don't think I've done it yet.
Now I'm kind of like you, is that I actually have only been playing Destiny for about 7 months, 6 months. I pretty much refused to play Destiny for a long time. For a long time, I wouldn't play Destiny. And not that I didn't want to play Destiny, it was that I was more Division style games. I was a big Division player, 1 and 2. And I liked the more realistic of it, And I did a lot of, I didn't like find the community until I started playing Outriders.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Outriders. And I played
played
much
the
of that
demo.
game. Yeah, I played so much of that game. We actually ended up becoming an ambassador for the game, which was really cool. But that kind of happened sort of like, we're still wondering when content's going to come out for it. But that was the problem, is that the game was pretty much like dying, and I needed to find something new to play. You know what I mean? And that's where Destiny came in, and that was it.
Marcus knows the feeling all too well.
So the whole point of that was I've only ever played the raids that are in the game right now. So I never got to experience any of those older raids, which I know a lot of people love. And but yeah, the new one for me is probably my favorite.
Wow. It's hard for me to say because I'm terrible. Like I've been playing the game for 8 months, whatever, but like I feel like the way I play and the way you play are very different. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm very casual because I couldn't even imagine helping somebody in a raid. You know what I mean? Like that's not even in like my mindset.
Yeah. See, like that's what I've always like, whether it was from when I was streaming Call of Duty Zombies, because I was a big zombie player. I would help people go through the Easter eggs. And then it was Outriders. I would do Outriders help. That's what I did. I helped people go through the Outriders. And it just seems like that's just where
Who you are.
Yeah, like the feeling I get from when somebody obtains an item is 10 times better than if I got that item.
Sure.
You know, I run a raid and I get the exotic. That means nothing to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I run that raid and they get the exotic. That feeling is undescribable for me. You know
I
what I
getcha.
mean?
Yeah.
Or so it's
way more fulfilling to have that other person get it.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I to answer your question, what my favorite raid is. So I have to say Deep Stone Crypt, because that was the first one I ever did. And then in Star Wars The Old Republic, we had raid teams, right? Where like we would run every Tuesday night from 9 to 11, and we would do hard content, whether it was hard mode or nightmare, whatever it was. And we would progress as far as we can. It was progression rating, right? So I decided to make a team called the Working Class Guardians. And out of the people, okay, everybody here know that Nick is taking selfies of himself, sending them to like 17 females while he's podcasting. Like he's on the camera. I'm sorry. I had to call it out because he had the most cheesy smile ever. Oh, that was thank you, Nick. That just made my day. But
Okay, I was actually taking a video of like the Zencaster and like my coffee and stuff and the mixer. But and then
it ended with your cheese stick smile. Anyway,
it did end with a completely cheese stick smile. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Yeah, so what I was saying is so we put together a team, and there were some people that never rated like me in the game. So I would say it probably took us 3 weeks to clear Deep Stone Crypt, 3 nights, 3 Mondays. And when we achieved that victory, like I didn't feel like I was carried. I feel like we all did our job and we all had to do it because you got to get under the bubble to shoot the Tanics. And there's all these things that happen that you have to do. And what makes that moment special. You know what
exactly,
I mean?
exactly.
Vault of Glass is fun. I mean, all of it's fun, but yeah, I would have to say just because of like the sentimental value of Deep Stone Crypt, that's my favorite. But Garden of Salvation is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's my second favorite.
Any video game, like I think the only game that I think is actually prettier than Garden of Salvation is what's the game you played, Nick, with the girl with the bow?
Zero Dawn.
Yes, Zero Dawn.
Okay.
Like when Nick played that on the PC and she was running through those like tall pieces of grass.
Yeah.
And it blew me away. Blew me away with the graphics.
Garden of Salvation, I'm looking it up now. I've not played the raid, obviously. It has a similar like vibe to a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Like the greenery with like the old not old, but like formerly high-tech stuff that's like decrepit now.
Technically find that on that raid on the moon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you go through the portal.
Yeah, you go through it's like so weird. That's my Deep Stone is my third. GOS is my second favorite.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, Guardian. What was it? We were just saying GOS.
Garden of Salvation.
Yeah, it's definitely before the new one came out. That was my favorite raid. And then Deep Stone, because Deep Stone's so much fun. Like if you ever listen to the music when you're in the space part, when you're doing the jumping puzzle across, it's the most intense, awesome music ever, like in the game.
I'm listening to beats. Like
actually,
streaming. Like when back when I started streaming, I always listened to the in-game music in Star Wars, and I would be like, "Oh my god!"
Exactly.
And then somebody's like, "Marcus, you look tired." I'm like, "I'm not tired.
I'm just
it's music."
How
Yeah,
many times can you hear? Dun, 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 dun. It's like
yeah, like
after 3 hours of streaming, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
I'm like,
Williams.
okay, I got to do something. Somebody's like, put on some music, and I put on this mix, some drum and bass mix, and I was like, whoa, reinvigorated, jacked up the volume of like all the chatting and like the cutscenes and stuff, and I was like, this is like a new game to me. Fuck the in-game music. I got the real music here.
Do you remember when you could play music out of your Xbox 360?
Yes.
While you were playing games?
God.
I would do that all the time too.
Remember when you could play music on Twitch and not get boned and banned?
Yeah.
I mean, if you do it right, you can.
You can do it still, right?
Wait,
I mean,
how do you
I do it
Yeah, but how do you not get banned?
because they don't have live takedowns. So what they do is that when when you're done streaming, the VOD saves to Twitch and it goes on your page. If that,
Right.
then it's scanned. If that VOD has copyright music on it, you'll get a copyright strike. But they don't even really are giving strikes anymore. What they're doing is they're muting that part of the stream, like YouTube does.
Oh.
You know, they'll just mute the section of the stream that's copyrighted.
Oh.
You know, but they came out with something called the Twitch VOD track on OBS, which pretty much allowed you to decide what audio you wanted to go to Twitch, like to save on the VOD. So I have, Go XLR, so I have like the music is a different audio source. So I just unchecked the music from the VOD track, and now I can play music on my stream without it saving. So if you looked at one of my VOD tracks, you just see that there's no music at all playing.
Huh.
Whoa.
That's
See, I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Streamlabs has that.
We use Streamlabs OBS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they do.
That might be a game changer for me.
No, but you should switch to OBS. I'm an avid OBS.
I use I use OBS for YouTube. I can't because I'm afraid if I log out of one and when I come back it's going to be all fucked up. I'm too afraid.
Yeah. There's definitely like cuz the import when you import it, yeah. So if your like resolutions and your stuff's not set alike, then it's going to come out all like, and you're going to have to resize everything.
Yes, yeah,
which I definitely had to do, but it was worth it in the long run.
Yeah. But I don't know why the first song that I would play on my stream if I didn't have a copyright would be Big Pimpin' by Jay-Z. It's just the first song. I just thought to myself, I'd be like, what would be the
I've
first
heard that. I've heard people play that in my chat.
I should just put on, I should do a stream and just not have a VOD.
Well, so I just
I did my birthday stream. I had to do it by accident because
Nick. Wait.
Oh my god, my birthday stream. Okay,
yes,
okay.
All right. But anyway, so
that'll be my section.
Yeah, it's
that was embarrassing.
It was fan-fucking-tastic. Who are you kidding?
That was wicked funny.
It was hilarious. But Nick, I feel like the VODs connect people to you when you're not streaming. So
yeah,
like
you can't not have a VOD all the time, I feel like.
Right. Like I like the VODs because whether somebody watches it or they don't, if somebody goes to your channel and they're just like, well, let's check out his stream.
Yeah.
They can watch 2 minutes or 5 minutes of it, hearing me yell and scream and be a fucking idiot. And they could be like, I like this idiot, or this idiot's an idiot. I don't want to watch this guy. You know what I mean? Click unfollow. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyways, with that said, Nick.
Oh boy.
What have you been up to this week?
Well, okay, so I'll start with the less exciting stuff. So Moon Knight episode 2 was pretty solid. I like that whole concept as a show. I know neither of you have seen it, so I won't go into spoilers, but Moon Knight is awesome. Go check it out. Disney.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
I also wait to watch it.
Marcus gave me some absolutely epic Star Wars art. I don't know if I've posted photos in the Discord. I think I posted photos of the Discord when I framed them, but I didn't post them yet that I hung it up. They're limited run custom art, like from
Acme. You want me to just say it, Nick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So they're from Acme Archives. Acme Archives handles all of the Lucasfilm art. So you guys have context. The Working Class Nerds old logo was hand drawn by an Acme Archives artist, which works for Lucasfilm.
Right.
And his name
is Cameron.
Yeah, it's Cameron. And he drew our logo. But when we went to get shirts made, our original logo, when we got shirts made, it had an X-Wing, it had a Death Star, it had TIE Fighters. We definitely got that. Bro, you cannot
print these.
You can't print these. And we were like, what do you mean? It has a hammer on it and it has my name in it and it has a pair of glasses which has Nick's name in it. And they're like, if it was just like an X-Wing that was like customized, sure. But it also has the Death Star. It also has X-Wings.
Has TIE Fighters.
It has TIE Fighters. Like, yeah.
And the Working Class Nerds is in the Star Wars title font. It was like, okay.
But and they're like, we can't print this shirt. And hence why we have a new logo.
Right.
But, so when I was there, I was getting the Christopher Clark, the Luke Invader. Mm-hmm. And when I was there, he's like, hey, are you interested in some movie poster prints? And I was like movie posters? He goes, not the fucking movie theater posters. Like they're just like
That art style.
Well, no, it's A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi, but they're real prints. They're numbered. They're authentic. And I was like, yeah, shit, send them, because I have my. Let me send you this, Tom, so you can have context. So I got that piece, and I got this other piece, which is Luke standing in front of.
Marcus, make a group chat in Discord so I can send them mine too.
You suck, Nick. Anyway, I'll do that while we're talking.
Okay.
So what I was saying is, see, that just makes it complicated.
Right. Of course. Now you're going to stumble over your words.
Yep.
And cause a whole disruption.
It's like we're a live fucking show, right? Now, where did it go? Right.
We need a Jamie.
I mean, I'm in your Discord.
No.
We just need a Jamie so we can pull that up. I can spend 5 minutes trying to airdrop it to him.
All right. So
like
all right, so that the Luke picture, it's on Hoth. He's standing outside of the speeder that he crashed into the snow, and he's standing in front of it. But if you look at the AT-AT, the AT-AT is a sequel trilogy AT-AT.
Right. It's like a crossover.
Yeah.
So it's the crossover because his Force Ghost was in front of the AT-AT. So that's a real print. And when he sent me that, he's like, oh, yeah. And then he sent me the Christopher Clark. He's like, oh, yeah, there's some extra goodies in the tube. So I did my whole room and my office, and I didn't have any more room. And I was like, fuck, what am I going to do with these prints? And Nick got his penthouse apartment. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, like 100%. I'm giving them to him. And I gave them to him, and he got them framed and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I hung them over my couch. And I just threw the pictures in the Discord.
Sick.
They're really cool.
So
yeah, those are some. It kind of looks like horror
movie posters from the 50s.
Yeah, it looks really sick
because they're all painted, so it's all it's cool. I really like them. The colors are so vibrant.
Yeah, they pop a lot. I have the saturation up on my PC, so it's like
yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, so I hung that up. I played Destiny 2 for my birthday stream on Monday, which was absolutely epic.
Out of control.
Oh my God. It was complete and utter chaos. And I totally didn't do my homework.
All right. So I'll help. So it was Nick's birthday. I was like, dude, what are you doing on your birthday? He's like, I'm going to hang out and I'm going to do a birthday stream. I was like, well, fucking fantastic. I'll come over for it and I'll play on my laptop with you in person. And we'll just hang out. And he's like, fucking great. So we're there, we're chilling in the stream, and then he gets a raid of like 80 fucking people from what was his name?
Geekermon. I had to look it up. That's what I was saying. I didn't get do my homework. Geekermon. Geekermon. Welcome to the Nerds community. You are awesome. Yeah, it was like 70 people, 70 something people.
I think it was like 80 people, Nick.
Yeah, it was.
But anyway, so all of a sudden, Nick and I are playing. We're just hanging out, having fun.
I think I was like 9 or 10 people or so. Like, respectable amount. A little bit of hype in the chat. Nothing too crazy. Like, I'm a happy camper birthday stream, right? Then, yeah, and then all of a sudden, it was like my chat is exploding. Rage, hype, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Ding, 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 ding. 100 bits, 100 bits, 100 bits. You get a follow. You get a follow. You get a follow. And then it was like. I missed the raid notification, or it didn't pop up. It didn't pop up for some reason. It didn't pop up that, so-and-so is raiding you. So I was like, did I get raided? I got raided. Oh my God. It was like a ton of people. You know how it lags for like your view counter? So I'm like, how many people just came in? And then like after 5 minutes or so, it gets reset to like, oh, I went from 10 viewers to 75. I'm like, well, hello, Raiders. I'm plugging podcasts, all that fun stuff. And then people are donating subs and lots of bits. And the whole, that Geekermon's whole chat was awesome. They're like super, super generous. I cannot think of enough. Shout out to everybody in the Geekermon community there. That was fantastic. It's super duper. It definitely made my birthday stream to you guys to come raid. And the cool thing was like a lot of them hung out the rest of the time too. It wasn't like there was like a one and done. Most of them stayed, which is cool. I think I stayed with like probably 40 or so people for a while, which was awesome.
It was so great. And they were so excited. Like You guys both know. Like if you see somebody streaming and it's their birthday stream,
Right.
you're definitely
Oh,
going
yeah.
in there and be like, "Happy
Hype
birthday,
up,
bro."
yeah.
Yeah, whether or not you raid their channel or anything, it's still the point of
Like making them making their night. It was awesome. So towards the end of the evening, I went to I play my music off of YouTube. I usually look up like a royalty free mix. So I'll have like my game on one window, and then Streamlabs on my second window, and then I'll put like street like in the background of the second window, I'll have a Chrome tab up with the music playing. But like I was streamed for a little bit longer because I had a bunch of people watching. It was my birthday. I'm like, whatever. I'll just keep going past my normal time. So my music ran out my mix ran out that I normally listen to. So I went to switch it to like restart it. And I clicked right next to Chrome on my browsing on my what do you call it, taskbar is Brave, which is an encrypted browser for things that you don't want to keep track of. So
dark web.
Yeah, no, not dark web, but just like porn, basically. So, but I don't usually use my computer for that, but I use my phone for it because I don't want to screw up my nice PC.
Incognito mode.
Yeah, so it's like constantly in incognito mode. It's got a built-in VPN, and I use a VPN anyways. But so anyways, apparently I didn't realize this. Apparently the desktop version of Brave compared to it's almost like Go.go. No, that's a search engine. What's the one that you use, Marcus? The encrypted browser.
I use ExpressVPN.
Okay. No, that's the VPN. I use that too. What's the other one? Not Brave. The actual browser. Is it DuckDuckGo?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyhow, so it's the same type of thing as DuckDuckGo. What I didn't realize is on your phone, it closes like a normal browser. You know what I mean? If you reopen it, it's a blank new tab page. Well, apparently on the desktop, you can close out the window, and then when you reopen it, it goes back to whatever like the base website of whatever you just on was. So it's right next to Chrome on my toolbar. So I went to click Chrome, clicked Brave instead, and it opens on my game window, and it's porn.
It's the best.
And that is why my VOD is not on Twitch anymore.
Oh my god, that is great.
As soon as I was done, I took it down. It was like 3 seconds of panic. I'm being like, what the? Because I'm like, I was expecting my music to pop up on the other screen. So I'm like looking, then a corner of my eye, I see it pop up. I'm like, wait, what? Whoa.
So like,
it wasn't too bad. It was just it was like the homepage of spankbang.com. It was just a standard issue porn site. But I was like, of course, I went on this once. You know what I mean?
No, it's gonna haunt you forever, right?
You're right, exactly. Like,
no,
great.
for sure.
And thankfully there was it wasn't like at the peak of the raid where it was like 80 people watching me. It was like dwindled down to like 25 or something. So it was
whatever.
Less of an impact, but it was a very funny everyone in the chat was laughing, which was good.
Yeah.
But it was a funny, embarrassing moment for 3 seconds of stream.
It was a great birthday stream.
Oh, I'm telling you, you should have clipped that. Hopefully you clipped that.
I got I took a video with my phone. Put that shit
on TikTok or something. Guarantee you blowing up.
If I could do like zoom in on just my face for when it's on the screen, I'm just like, ah.
See, I get so afraid I'm gonna get kicked off Twitch or for something like that. Like I go in instantly and delete the VOD. Like I don't
That's
even
what I
make
did.
a clip because I'm just like, all I need is it to be scanned real quick, and then I'm fucking dealing with that bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when I deleted it, it was 0 viewers. So I was like, okay, I'm the only one that saw the VOD. Well, I took a video on my phone of the screen to show like one of my friends. Be like, oh, look what I did. Actually, I can post that in the.
So it happened once for me with the cop. Like when I first got my 2 PCs, when I reset everything up, I forgot to go into my VOD track.
Yeah.
So for my 8 to 10 hour stream, the entire stream, I was playing copyrighted music. I mean, the chat, there's song requests. So they can play whatever the hell they want, as long as it's on YouTube and not longer than 10 minutes.
Right.
And they try, I tell them to try to keep it. They play some fucking crazy shit sometimes.
Right.
You never know who's going to just randomly come in and be like, song request. Boom,
right.
And it's happened. Yeah. I've had to ban people, just trolls coming in.
Of course.
But I forgot to take it off my VOD track, and the next day, freaking email, I'm like, you got copyright strike, or something on your track was copyrighted. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, go in, and then like there's these red spots through the VOD track of just like audio is deleted out of it. I'm like, oh, they didn't even give me a strike though. It was just like, oh, here, we just muted it. And that's it.
Well, that's nice. At least they're like, reasonable. Like, hey, people make mistakes. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, if they came in live, I mean, they don't do live strikes, but like I know a lot of partner streamers that do the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like streaming, it's almost like if you're a DJ, right? At like a bar or a club or something, you can play live music like that.
But
Mhm.
you pay for the music if
Yeah.
you're a DJ.
Yeah, you
somehow,
pay
some
for
way,
it,
you
right?
paid for the music.
Right.
Mhm.
that's
You know what I
true,
mean?
too.
So you've paid for the music in some way on a stream. You're just playing the music in a ridiculous playlist, and somebody owns that song.
That's a
And
good
you're
point.
essentially, there's potential for you to be earning money while doing it.
Mhm.
That's a good point.
And when you look at it that way, feel bad about it.
Yeah, yeah. Because if people are like, yeah,
I mean, I
love
understand.
that
Like,
song.
I played music for my pretty much my entire life. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
I've been in bands, recorded music, and I do understand it, but it's like I'm not. It's not. You know what I mean? It's played low. I don't know.
I get you.
This is a gray area.
Yeah, it's because like without you being there, right? Like people, it's the you and the music. It's
Yeah, I don't know if I'm that entertaining just to have no music.
right, right.
I mean, they tell me to run. I run sometimes.
I get it. But anywho, so that's it for me. I had a great birthday stream. Moon Knight was awesome. Cool artwork. Marcus, how's it going and what have you been up to?
I've had a lot of fun. It's been really busy. I feel thankful today. Stopping streaming SWOTOR as much and going into Destiny, I feel humbled because people, streamers, community members, all that have really showed some love to me. And I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like when we stopped streaming SWOTOR so much, like it was rough and we've talked about it for a month, right? And
Yeah,
it hurt. And between the podcast and just going into people's streams, and I feel like when you go into people's streams, I'm always chatting like I'm a streamer and I podcast. I know that like a chat makes a stream great. You know what I mean? So if I can be in your stream for 5 or 10 minutes, chatting that whole time for those times can keep a stream really going, especially when the streamer is busy. And when you as a streamer come back and see like, holy shit, the chat is going crazy. Let me read back and you're like, holy shit, this person, Marcus or Nick, is going bananas in the chat. Who is this fucking guy? Hey, how's it going? And you welcome him in. And I feel like the people that are in some of those other streams that I watch are coming to say hello to me for whatever the reason, right? They've never seen my stream before that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super humbled by it because there's so many awesome people on Twitch. You don't need to come to my channel. You know what I mean? And so today I'm really, really thankful for that because the stream has grown. There's Destiny people that want to help me. They want to play. The clan night is going really, really well on Tuesdays. Like there's so many positives right now. And I'm so thankful for everybody that just takes the time. Just if you pop in and say hi, that means so much to me, especially like if you're new, like if you click that follow button, say hi because
Right.
I want to be able to talk to you and say hello and thank you. And even if you don't follow me and you just say, who the fuck is this guy? I want to say hi to him. Like you don't have to even hit the follow button. But if you do, you get the high five. Exactly. Bam.
You are awesome. High five.
Yeah. So streaming has been really fun. Like I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I'm enjoying learning how to play Destiny a lot because there's so much about the game that I just don't even understand. I've been playing it 8 months and I still don't know what these fucking red bars around guns do. Cause every time I try to craft a weapon, it tells me that I don't have the schematic to do it. And I'm just like, well, fuck off. I'm just gonna start deleting these guns. I could care less now.
You gotta do it 5 times. You have to fill one up, attune it 5 times before you can craft it.
Oh.
Wait, so
Wait, you have to get the gun 5 different times.
and do you have to keep the gun 5 times, or does it
Nope.
remember that you did it?
Just remember, so you do it, you level it all the way up to the 100%. You take, and every time that you break it down, you keep the gun and everything, and you actually gain the materials you need in order to craft it later.
Right.
But you need to get. So I just finished 5 Palmera rocket launchers.
Oh my god!
So now I can craft it. But then after you craft it, you got to level it up, which takes 10 years.
But that's the true end game, right? That's the same way it is in Star Wars: The Old Republic or Call of Duty with these the leveling up the guns, right?
Yep.
That's the point of making. So when you see I'm gonna go to GoldenEye. When you see the golden gun, you're gonna know that this motherfucker grinded that gun out to earn the gold.
Oh yeah,
right.
Exactly. So
wait, before we move on, Tom,
yes.
Do you have a cat or a ghost?
I have a dog.
Okay, dog.
I have a beagle, purebred beagle that just never stops moving.
Got it, because of your door magically open behind you. It's like, no, you can keep it open, whatever. You can keep it open.
He won't stop, and then he'll start barking. It's like
I saw it open behind you, and nobody was there.
I have 2 dogs. I get it. I have a golden retriever and a German shepherd. So,
golden retriever. That's. My girl's like, next dog is a golden retriever. She's like, I hope you know that. I'm like, I'm getting another beagle. Yeah, that's what she said. Like, I would like.
So the golden retriever he's cuddly. He just loafs around. He's dumb. He's awesome,
especially compared to Maggie, because Maggie's
my German, but like German Shepherd is the dog.
Yeah,
that dog is the smartest fucking dog ever.
She's really smart.
Yeah, and like she's chill until you fuck with her, and then she is vicious. But she's like the kindest soul in the world. She's the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else was I saying? Oh, so the YouTube channel is going great. Still working towards the goal of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But Greenbot Videos has been making these shorts. It's going really good. Some of them, it's really funny to see. Some of them get a ton of views, some of them not. But I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it's just furthering the content, right? What I like is it always stems around me dying, and it just seems to be funny.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's always how it is, right?
So what we're doing now is we're going to do a clip contest every month now. So whoever creates the best clip will be thanked in that short at the end of the month. So we'll repost that short as the clip of the month, and that person who created the clip will get shouted out on the podcast and on the YouTube short to say thanks for clipping. Just an extra way to try to get people to clip, because when you're in the middle of a battle, you're not stopping to clip your own stuff. And the likelihood that I go back to I
said, I don't even know how to.
Yeah, exactly.
I know how to clip somebody else, but not myself.
If it wasn't for the Stream Deck, dude, it would not be possible for me either.
My Stream Deck stopped working. All of a sudden, all my emotes and stuff don't work on my Stream Deck. I think I have to update it.
Yeah, they're always making updates for this thing.
Yeah.
So far, the stream wouldn't be possible without this little freaking device. I'm telling you.
I hear you there. So last week on Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. I think it was Saturday. I did Garden of Salvation for the first time. So,
real quick, Divinity.
Yes.
So
I went with Free Ride Games.
Yes.
Free Ride.
He came into my stream a couple weeks ago and I talked about it, and he just wrote legend in my chat, right? Like, that's it. He doesn't know me. And I freaked the fuck out because I was like, yo, bro, I'm not a legend. Just thank you for saying hello. I was super excited. Then he rated the channel, blah, blah, blah. So then out of respect, I was like, well, I want to see who this guy is. Well, I go into a stream and the guy's fucking awesome.
Oh, he's the man, dude.
Right.
Seriously, he's one of my inspirations.
Yeah,
in streaming for sure.
Like, dude, he's awesome. So I started talking, and I've been around the stream, and like we've been chatting, and somebody said something about divinity, and I'm like, what the fuck is divinity? And he's like, wait a minute.
Best weapon in the game.
And
Divinity.
he's like, what do you mean you don't know what divinity is? I said, no. And he goes, oh my God, we're doing a run with Marcus. And I'm like, oh fuck, I got to find four people to go with me. And he was like, no, Marcus, you're coming with us. I got a squad that's ready to go. We're going to take you through. And
That's awesome.
of course, like I go in and I was super nervous, right? But like I didn't fall from jumping. Like I made good jumps, and there was a secret chest, and there's my latest YouTube short. What?
I know exactly what you're about to say.
Where you have to like jump out and then float a little and go into this little cubby.
Mhm.
And he's like, Marcus, follow my gamer tag and you'll be fine. And I did it first try, and that's my latest YouTube short.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
yeah,
I would have
it's-
died.
I still
didn't.
die there every run.
And
Every
I
run.
didn't first try. And he's like, Mark, he's freaking out. And everybody in my stream was like, who is this guy? Is he like a professional commentator? He's explaining this fucking raid perfectly. And I was like, dude, this is amazing. And like, they're running ahead, and I'm like looking around with my camera, like, this is the most beautiful place on earth. But then, as you guys know, there's always an initiation, right? No matter
This
what
is
you
what
do,
I was waiting for.
no matter what you do, there's always something. Like in Star Wars, there's a pit in one of the raids in Dread Fortress that if you're a new player and never been in there, we tell you to jump in it because there's a datacron at the bottom, but you die.
Right.
So like that, there's this portal, and they tell me, they're like, Marcus, okay, you're going to go through this portal. You're the only one that can go through to start. You have to go to the far back right corner, and you have to kill everything in there. It'll be very clear once you get in there. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go. Well, I fucking go in, and I just die because I fall in a pool of Vex milk. And they're all laughing hysterically. I was like, guys, I died. They're like, we know you died.
Welcome
like,
to Destiny.
Yeah, welcome to Destiny. Right. I was like, you fuckers. And they're laughing. They're like, oh, don't get mad. I was like, I'm not mad. That's initiation. That's more than welcome. I
I think that's every run we do. It's like, have you ever been in this raid?
Oh,
No?
that's
Well,
yeah.
come get your account, your free account chest right over here. It's only one time per raid. It's right through this portal.
Yeah, it's almost like that. What I was thinking of is it's almost like a rite of passage.
Absolutely.
Like you have to do it. Like
Like falling in the SOTOR raid to Soa.
oh yeah, the Soa fight. Yep, where you fell from the top all the way to the down, and you were a pancake. Yep.
Yep.
I have people that we bring in, and they're like, I'm like, have you ever been in this? They're like, no, but I know what you're gonna do. You think I haven't been watching? You think this is my first time watching you do this?
But you have to go through it.
Yeah, you still got to go through.
Yeah, you like, dude, we're not finishing this run until you run through there.
Yeah. So if you like
Because
go
someday
into
when
it
you
and
get
jump,
to teach us,
Mhm.
you're going to do the same thing. I don't care if the people know. If it's your first time, you have to go through that portal.
yeah, you can go in and like jump and then jump back through. That's usually what I'll do. I'll like just follow me in here, and then I'll just jump and then come back through. That is, I knew exactly where you were going with that. I was like, yes.
But like the explanation of this dude and how precise the team was and like how fluent it went was great. I remember
He's got a lot of divinity, right? He's got over probably over 5,000 Guardians helped at this point, probably, which
Wow.
is just absolutely just one of I couldn't even fathom that many people. It's crazy. Oh, almost 7,000 actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Well, because he's doing those Master Vox runs all the like 100 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, something else that was cool is like I had to do like he explained it as Dance Revolution, right? There's 6 spots on the ground, and there's a line that comes off this boss.
The puzzle. Gotcha.
Puzzle. And he's like, Marcus, when the line goes to it, you're going to run across. And they were so kind, right? Because at the end, they're like, Marcus, you did great. You did great. Like I doing all these things for the first time. They're like, Marcus, you got to understand, you did fantastic. I'm like, you guys say that to everybody because your job is to help people. Right. So like, no matter who it is, you're going to tell them they did great.
I mean, usually he's not wrong though, either, because a lot of the people that we bring in do better than the people that are trying to help them. Like my Sherpas, we have like a command called Derpa. It's like, why are my Sherpas Derpas? Like, because they like anything they're always messing up more than the people that come in, you know. And that's the funny part about it. You know what I mean? which
Yeah.
makes it great.
Well, not fucking me. I'm the worst. But anyway, it was like, and I just kept saying, like, guys, thank you so much. But they, it's not. How did they say? They're like, you did great. Don't think you didn't. I'm like, you guys say that to everybody. It's like, it's, when you're dating somebody. Oh, how was your dinner? Yeah, it was great. And you're like, all right, yeah, you say that to every guy, but I'm never gonna talk to you again. You know what I mean? Kind of a
Right.
situation.
Exactly.
Like, thanks for spending $150 on dinner. Gotta go, Nick. You know. But anyway,
thankfully I haven't had that happen recently, but
no.
Ew. I'm just being douchey. Don't mind me.
Yeah. So it was super fun. I appreciated it. And then after I got the Divinity, I continued to stream, and actually a couple other people, Psychotics and Brick Play Games.
Plays. Yeah, she's great.
Yep, they came with me. So we did we did a Nightfall on Master or Legend, so that I could use the Divinity.
Hell
Because,
yeah.
like, they're like, you can't get the Divinity and not go use it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, sweet. This is great. So I used it. And then they're like, did anybody tell you the bad part about being the new guy with the Divinity? I was like, no. They're like, you're going to become the Divinity bitch. And I was like, what is that?
Bitch.
Yep. And I was like, what's that? They're like, in a raid boss, people are just going to scream at you to shoot the Divinity at the boss and just hold it on the boss.
Don't let go. Yeah.
Don't let go. And you just hold that and everybody's going to do damage because it like buffs the damage, Nick.
30%.
Okay, got it.
30% more damage if I'm using Divinity.
Creates
Guess what?
Master crit spot.
Right. Well, if you can find it. But anyway, back to Garden of Salvation. It was so beautiful, and I was led through perfectly, and they've made me understand it. Now that I've done it like that, now I want to go back, because like, your first time in the raid, it's kind of like you're going through, but you have blinders on the sides, like those horses. And because you're just like, I don't want to screw up. But now I want to go. Cause like, there's where you had to like deposit the Gambit emotes or motes.
Yep, the 30 motes.
Yep. Like, somebody kept coming through the portal so we could activate the cube again. But I don't know if they were killing things or if I was doing it by myself, but
so usually it's up to them. I mean, a lot of time when I do it, I try to just go back and forth and just tether, and I usually leave the ads for you guys, for whoever's out there.
Well, I think they did that. I'm not sure, but either way, it was a lot of fun. I had a blast. The team was great. Like,
not a better crew to run with. I'm telling you.
Just his voice, like his team was awesome, but like his voice of like announcing it, like it made it super duper special because like he made it so comfortable for me. It was cool. But clan night was great. I like the Tuesday night clan nights because it's reset day, right?
Yeah.
And yeah,
you're coming off a spicy Nick Vern 51 stream.
Right. But like clan night's great because you always have something to do because it's reset day and you want to get your pinnacles. And I end up not getting everything. And we ended up playing Mayhem for like 2 hours.
Really?
Like we filled 6 people and we just kept supering and laughing hysterically because it was the most ridiculous thing. But I think the game knows that if like you stay in the game mode, they start pairing you against harder, better players.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll keep saying breaking teams up for better. Yeah, that's when you know, oh my god, because I usually go in and play one game of like any sort of PvP in Destiny, and I'll do really good. I'll do really good. And then the next game, it's like, oh my god.
Well, there goes that.
Breaking teams up to find a better match. Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, please don't give us the same team that we just won.
What skill based matchmaking, please?
Right. Everybody, I have to talk about it. We got an amazing update from Star Wars.
Star Wars The Old Republic.
Yep. We want our PvP queues and matches to be healthy. So we're going to be modifying unranked Warzone missions to allow players to progress even when the match is lost for their weekly. We took a look at the average completion of time of unranked war zones compared to Galactic Starfighter matches and arrived at 3 losses equal 1 win for progression. So the following missions will allow on loss wins will count as 3 points, where you'll just get 1 on a loss. And
Okay.
it shows the dailies and the weekly stuff. They had this in the game 2 years ago. They took it out, and I was 100% against it. I'm like, listen, anytime you require any game, not just this game, to require wins to progress your weekly, it's going to create toxicity.
Yeah,
100%. Because if I'm playing with Nick and Nick needs 1 more win and I'm the reason why he loses, he's going to be like, Marcus, you fucking suck.
Right. It's just asking for tension and
Yes.
toxicity. Yeah. 100%.
So they're changing that, and I think it's such a great, like, it allows people, even if they're brand new to come to the game, to be able to not stress out about getting their rewards because they're new,
right.
or they just got paired with bad teams for a night. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
I always believe that giving somebody a point for a loss is okay towards your weekly.
Yeah, as long as your win gets more, you know.
And it creates people to be happier. Like, yeah, we didn't win. I still got my point. All right, let's move on to the next one. Sure. Do you want to win? Of course, we all want to win.
Well, like a Destiny Pinnacle.
Right. Imagine
Yeah.
if a Destiny, like the Destiny PvP matches were like you can't get the pinnacle unless you get 3 wins.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do it.
Right. You'd be like, fuck this. Because
Right.
unless you're going within a squad of 3 that you know that can play, that shit sucks.
I guess that's why I don't play Trials either.
I've never played Trials.
Yeah, you won't find me in there either.
Yeah, like I want to try it. I want to try everything in Destiny. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that. And then shout out to Kogus. He just wanted everybody to know that all of the tech fragments, which is the currency to upgrade your gear, all of the amounts for PvP and rating are all going up. They're going to start giving you more because they realize that they're giving you too little. I think these are great changes to the game, period. Anytime you do something like that, this is a great change. I'm eager to see what else is coming later this spring or summer for the game to further this 7.0 cycle. But they said these changes will be coming out with our 7.0.2 update, whenever that is. But they haven't given us a date.
Any advice to someone that would just be coming into the game?
Log into the game. Wait, first go to aie-guild.org. In the top right-hand corner of the screen, get the Discord info and join the guild. That's first and foremost. It's almost like it's like the clan. We have our Destiny clan, which I run, but like we're a giant gaming community, but like there's a lot of people in the Discord that can help you learn
with new player stuff. Yeah, definitely.
But dude, if you like an MMO, the Star Wars one is amazing.
Yeah, see, I was a big DC Universe Online player for many years, and that's that. And I tried to play the Star Wars game. Like I said before, it was the movement for me.
Yeah,
but now I might re-download it, and now there's a WASD. I might actually give it a shot.
Oh yeah,
but I do like I love. Like I need another game besides Destiny, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, you got to mix it up a little.
You know what I mean? Because we're coming into even a point now where a lot of people are already burnt out on Witch Queen and Destiny.
Sure,
you know what I mean? And
I guess I can ask this question now: how come people like if you look at the ebbs and flows of Destiny players, they come in at an expansion and the height is high. And then as soon as they finish it, they just stop playing the game. And then as soon as more content comes out, it goes up. And where like SWTOR, it like they give content, people come up, and then it's just kind of even, and then it drops a little, but it's never
it's a slower
like
drop off.
Yeah, like it's like this is like the steepest roller coaster ride for Destiny.
Yeah. Well, you even said it before with Nick, is that he got to his 1550 and then, you're done. You know what I mean?
No, that was hypothetical.
Yeah, but that's
But
a lot of people. That is real. You know what
Right.
I mean? You get to the cap, a lot of people are gonna be like, okay, I'm good the next season. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
And that's the mentality. I mean, a lot of people, even in my community, have gone on to start playing, Tiny Tina's, Elden Ring, and all these other new. Yeah, I've never been a big Borderlands player or fan of Borderlands. Like, so I was always more of the realistic style stuff. But a lot of people that said they didn't like Borderlands are loving Tiny Tina's. So I'm like, maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't know.
I feel like I would have liked Borderlands. I never gave it a shot. You're same reason, because of the cell shading. I was like, man, Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Borderlands is amazing.
Yeah.
I just don't have time to play it. Like, I literally have 2 games that I can play, one full-time game and like one back burner game. And like, I already have them, and there's going to be no other. Like, I want to play Lego Star Wars, but the only likelihood that I actually get to play that game is if I play it with my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
you were saying it before though too, even like from switching games. Like I felt the same way when I moved from Outriders. My whole community was there. Switching over to Destiny was probably one of the hardest things ever that I ever had to do. And so it's like now it's like, do I even even stream something else? You know what I mean? Because I've always been a variety style streamer. Like before there was Outriders, I was playing Apex, Warzone, any game, Star Wars. It didn't matter. I would have just full weeks where I just play Battlefront 2 the whole time. You know what I mean?
Well, what I would say is you have to play the game that makes you happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's a big caveat there. The caveat is, if you rely on your community, you have to know that some of those people aren't going to come watch you play My Little Pony Online or Star Wars or DC Universe.
Good for Gronk in 87, aka Jacob, just holding it down with My Little Pony Online.
Yeah, he's the only one that I know that plays that game. But anyway,
oh my god,
I don't think the game exists. That's why.
It doesn't.
But anyway,
no, it's just one of my paintball teammates. I always say that.
But the point of this is that you have to play what you love. Like currently, like I love Destiny. I'm not going anywhere. There's so many things that I still need to learn how to do in the game and do that. Like, I feel like for me, I can continue to do it. And honestly, if like all the big names or all the channels that are way bigger than me are like, I'm going to go play Elden Ring. Yeah. Well, good. Go. Cause then somebody's going to have an opportunity to hopefully meet me or you, Tom, or Free Ride or anybody else playing Destiny and go enjoy their content.
Yeah. I was talking to one of my Sherpas yesterday and was literally saying the same thing. I'm like, at this point, a lot of the bigger streamers are playing, Elden Ring or whatever else they're off playing now that, they pretty much are done with Destiny. I'm like, I mean, it's only going to hopefully better, That's what happens like towards a lot of the end of the season in the last season is that, I mean, I never look at viewer count ever. I don't like it. I you know what I mean? I don't want to, because at one point when I was playing Outriders, I was stressed about numbers, and I'm like, why am I stressed about a number when I spent the majority of my streaming career streaming to one person?
Right.
So I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's silly to think about. You know what I mean? I don't look, I don't care. I'm the same way. If there's one person or there's 50 people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, the only time you'll care about your numbers are if it gets to a point where you get the email saying you had 75 average viewers, and then you're like, oh shit, does that mean I'm getting close?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then once you get that, that's when you have to watch the numbers, and that's where the partner push comes. But like our friend Chimeri, he just made Twitch partner.
Oh, that's awesome.
And a year ago, he was sitting at like 55 to 65 viewers. Right. And we thought that was close. But in reality, that's not, unless you're sitting in the 70s every stream, that's when you start to push. Yeah. Because if not, like, you don't realize like how many viewers actually that is. What'd you say, Nick?
No, I was at the same point as you. I was saying that's a big gap to go from 55 to 75 average viewers.
Somebody explained it to me this way one time, is that, do you know how hard it would be to get 20 people to come to your house and watch you play video games?
Yeah, like look over.
That's
your
exactly
shoulder.
what's happening here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, to get 75, that's
That's
you
an
know, if you
owl.
think that,
Huge.
it's wild. You know, and Twitch doesn't take raids and host into account when it comes to applying for partner. So, I'll average, 50 people, because I won't ever look during stream, but I'll look at my metrics and where I am
Yeah,
for
of
the
course.
month, after whatever it is. You always get those emails right after stream.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of your
Your
shit.
stream summary is ready.
Yeah, exactly. And it's always, like I'll be around like 50, I'll be 60, you know what I mean? But then I'm just thinking, I'm like it's such a far, even that 15 more people is just
Like,
and
where
then,
do they
you gotta
come from?
maintain that shit
Yeah.
for
For
a
16
period.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
But,
most people get denied on their first try.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that means you got to keep that steady. I don't know if you know who Psychotic Wolf is, but he's one of the Borderlands. He's a good friend of mine. And during our Outrider days, he applied for partner 4 times. They fucking denied him 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just like crazy. And then Outriders sort of died off, and the numbers went down, and then,
Sheesh.
but it's like Twitch, the numbers are like crazy. The amount of people watching, the amount of streamers now, it's crazy.
And what's funny is 2 of our friends just made partner over 2 weeks, and they applied once and got it.
Well, yeah.
It's weird.
I think Twitch looks at like the metrics of the channel. So if your channel has been steadily growing for a year or whatever, and it's constantly like 30, 40, 50, 60, and then you're in that 60s, and all of a sudden you're in the 80s, they're like, okay, this person has been steadily growing. He's not going anywhere. Where I'm not saying Psychotic Wolf or anybody, but like Danfinity,
Dan.
But like Dan, I watched his stream, and he was always sitting in the 40s, and then he got that big push from Bungie when they put him in the creator spotlight, and all of a sudden his channel blew up.
Yeah.
But he got denied the first time, but now he's a partner. You know what I mean? Like, he applied a second time, and he maintained the numbers, and they were like, hell yeah, welcome to the club.
Yeah, they look pretty closely at
time,
it.
Right.
To be like, okay, hey, this is because of this event.
Right. And
yeah, let's see if you can keep it, kind of thing.
Right. And it's pretty cool.
That's
so
awesome.
In AIE news,
Final Fantasy XIV's Division is starting up Sprout raids tonight and Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's a Sprout raid? I have no idea. I'm just reading the script. Marcus,
I'm gonna ask, like, what's that?
So a sprout is like what they call a blueberry in Destiny,
okay,
or a new light. So basically, once you hit end game or at a certain level to where you can start doing the raids, you're a sprout. And I guess there's like a little sprout above your head to let people know you're
they
new.
made that shit literal, huh?
Right? Yeah, literal. Well, it's Japanese it's a JRPG MMO, right? I think JRPGs are the most literal games ever. You know what I mean?
Wait. Sprout like that. Remember that game for GameCube, Pikmin?
Yes.
Is that what they look like with the sprout coming off your head with the leaf?
I think that's what I had it imaged in my head.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's the picture I got in my head.
But I have no idea, right? Yeah. So they're starting, and they're going to be teaching you how to raid in the game. They're going to be taking you through the old expansions, just showing you mechanics. It's basically like a help stream. It's basically they're going to be helping people to grow and learn how to raid in the game, which I think is awesome, because guess what? The more raiders you teach, the more people are going to be available to raid when you need help. You know what I mean? So it's great. They also too in Final Fantasy 14. I'm not kidding when I say almost every night there's something going on during the week in that game in our guild.
In AIE,
yes. The amount of people, officers, and just players that are playing week in and week out is amazing. It's probably the most active game in the guild because there's something to do every night of the week. So if you're interested in learning how to raid, join Abavan and the crew Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m.
And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org. Get our Discord information in the top right-hand corner of the website. Click that button and ask for a guild invite. Whether or not you play Destiny or any of the other games we play, including but not limited to Final Fantasy XIV, Guild Wars 2, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Pokemon, Call of Duty, Halo Infinite,
Lost Ark, World of Warcraft,
StarCraft.
Anything, any
Ark.
game you play, I guarantee there's somebody in the guild that is playing that game at the same time, and they would love to play with you. And
even if it's My Little Pony Online.
There might only be one person playing it, but he'd love to play with you.
Anyways, I definitely got to pee, so we'll be right back.
Hello, nerds community. Guess who? I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for listening to this awesome podcast. Who are we kidding? This terrible podcast for 4 years. While Nick doesn't know I'm doing this, I'm editing the podcast today. So if it comes out terrible, it's my fault. But it's only because Nick was supposed to do it, but he probably fell asleep on his couch watching TV or TikTok. But thanks, everybody. You guys are awesome. High five. Bam.
And we're back. So today we're talking with the totally tantalizing TomTom TV. We're coming at you with some tough questions.
Working class nerd style. So,
all
TomTom.
of the alliteration all of the time. I just made Marcus's eyes roll so hard.
Oh my God. I was just I was in the flow, and Nick was like, he gave me the hand. He told me to talk to his hand.
I gave you the old Heisman stiff arm hand.
Yeah. So Tom, why did you start streaming?
So, like, it seems like a lot of people, COVID hit, and a lot of people were home, and I've always made content, whether it was just, posting, tutorial videos on YouTube about zombies. I was a lot of content I did with zombies and stuff like that for a lot of years. But it was just kind of just like, I'm playing games. Why not just do it? Like, I go to work a lot. I work, every day, and I do the streaming as well. And I don't really have friends, I guess you would say, and the people that I meet through here really have become more of my family. And that's just pretty much about streaming, was just trying to meet new people, and, play games and stuff like that. I always said, I don't care if you follow me or do anything, just the fact that you're here was more than enough for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, just that feeling was just something I never wanted to stop. You know what I mean? And
absolutely,
COVID really made that possible. Unfortunately, some good things came out of COVID.
Right.
There's I met a lot of incredible people. Both of you in that category.
Right.
So if it wasn't for that, I would have never met you guys. And streaming has become such a big part of my life that it's hard to even think about what I would be without it.
Absolutely.
I mean?
Well,
I feel like
go ahead, Nick.
Oh, I was just going to say, I feel like that was it for a lot of people. They started streaming because they're, hey, I'm at home anyways. I'm playing games anyways. I might as well turn the camera on, turn the mic on, and let's see if I can provide some entertainment here. Yeah. It's fun for you. It's fun for other people. Like, it gives you that like charge of like, we were talking earlier about how you get so much more enjoyment about helping somebody get that gun in a raid. It's the same thing. It's like if somebody expresses that they're enjoying your stream and they're they're watching, you get way more out of that than
absolutely.
If you're just playing the game yourself. It's like, oh, I'm playing and also I'm making someone else's day a little bit better. It's usually satisfying. Marcus?
What I was going to say is, and when you stream, when you first start out streaming, it's like, okay, this is a cool hobby. But then you start to meet people. Right. And there's that one person that always comes to your stream. And we all have that one person that pops in our head. You know what I mean? That is always there. Yeah. And it's like they become your friend, even though you've never met them. And that's why personally I love the podcast so much. It's like streaming I'm talking to you the same way you're talking to me right now on the podcast, but we're looking at each other, hearing each other's voices, and that's what makes it special.
Mhm.
It's almost like makes the connection real versus you talking to a chat all by yourself,
Absolutely.
vice versa. But
Mhm.
then the magic too is when you shut your stream off and the conversation continues in the Discord, it's like these people are here to chill.
Mhm.
It's fucking
Right.
amazing.
It's really
Family. It
cool.
really is. You know, it's these people are a lot closer to me than a lot of people in my life. You know, even some family members. You know,
Right.
we're coming up to that year now where for me, like I said before, I streamed to 1, 2 people. To my girl who was sitting next to me for a long time.
Right.
And I always remember the day. Uh, just like I usually do, I just want to help people. And I was in Outriders Facebook, page, and I just posted something in there. It was like, hey, you know, if anybody needs help, doing this, I'll be here. If anybody needs some help, come by. And that one singular post on Facebook is what brought me to where I am today. Is that without that was the first flux. I went from 1 to 2 in that first stream. After that, it was at 15, and then it was 20,
Wow.
then it was 25, and then it just got higher and higher. And then I started meeting you know what I mean? If it wasn't for that game and that community and that Facebook post,
Right.
I probably wouldn't be here today. You know what I mean? And I'm so fortunate, and because there's people that are they're getting their 1 year badge now, in the channel,
Right.
and it gives me goosebumps and a little emotional because I never in my fucking life did I ever think I would ever be here, or I'd ever get a message from somebody saying how I helped them through a difficult time in their life, and something like that. Those things is what really makes, like, I can cry right now thinking about it because of the people that that are super close that have been with me for an entire year that have said these things and really make it more real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's awesome.
I
It's
go
it's a
ahead.
crazy feeling, like, to help somebody, or like to know that, like, it's one thing to help somebody, right? That's an amazing feeling. But it's another thing to, like, or just be a positive influence on
Mm-hmm.
somebody. And it's another thing to, like, to know that you really help somebody out of a bad
Yeah.
place, right? Because we've all been in bad places,
Yeah.
right? Everybody has their points in their life they can think about that you weren't doing good, whatever.
Absolutely.
But, like, to know that you helped somebody out of their bad spot is, like, one of the best feelings in the
Mhm.
world. That's why I like
Absolutely.
doing my job. I like working in healthcare for that reason.
Yes, helping people has always been the thing. I'll lay it out there. I don't really care. I was an addict at one point in my life. I've been clean for 13 years.
Congratulations.
At one point, when I was in a rehab, I was front and center every day. And then when I came out of there, all I wanted to do was be a drug and alcohol counselor and help other people. And that's seems like what it always for me is, just trying to help other people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm like, I always tell them my DMs, my messages are always open. If you ever need anything, you can always feel free to message me. If it's just somebody to talk to, I need that somebody to talk to too. So, it could always benefit the both of us,
Hell yeah.
And it says a lot about your character to do that, because some people can say that, oh yeah, just DM me, but they don't really want, like, it's,
Mhm.
Right.
some people, but hearing it from you, it's real. You know what I mean? And I appreciate hearing that, because we do the same thing. Like, we love having people on this podcast to hopefully help them get their name out, or just tell their story.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just connects more people. I use this example all the time. Atrax, great friend of the show, great friend of ours. He was on the podcast for the first time, and he was streaming, and another working nerds community member was on Twitch, and he was like, oh, I'm going to look at who Twitch is recommending me today. And it was Atrax. Clicked on his name, got into his stream, and said, hey, are you the Atrax from Working Class Nerds? He's like, yeah. He's like, holy shit. Next thing you know, he's hanging out on his stream every week, and they become Twitch friends.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the magic of helping people connect. And it's the best.
You know, it gives people a little more like it's a little different than going to talk to somebody face to face. You know, it's a lot easier
Yeah.
for somebody to talk to you and actually lay it out for you when you're not if you just need to type it out. You know what I mean? You want to
Mhm.
vent? Feel free. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's it's soothing for a lot, even for myself. Like sometimes I'll just type out a whole freaking paragraph, but sometimes I won't even hit send to
It's just
anything. You know what I
it's
mean? Just to
it's
get it out.
yeah, it's therapeutic just to get it out
Hmm.
and to express those thoughts.
I'm a talker, not a typer.
Hmm. Me
That's
too.
me.
I don't know what I am.
You're a typer.
I'm a definitely better typing than talking. For emotion stuff, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't express my emotions very well in general.
That I understand. Yeah.
Not me. I am a
When it comes to
talker.
that-
Like, you want to know how I'm feeling? I'm gonna fucking tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus, spews it out, no problem. That's a chronic issue for me.
Yeah.
His life is like not expressing my emotions, but it works well when you're put in emergency situations when you have to take the scary things and just crumple them in a ball and tuck them in a corner. But it's not healthy.
Yeah. Stick it real deep down, you know?
Right.
Real
Hey.
deep.
Deep.
Well, then I'll come back to that in about 30 minutes and
Yeah.
it'll be a piece of diamond.
Yep.
But anyways, back at the ranch. Yeah, that's not healthy. Don't emulate that. Express your emotions in healthy ways. Back at the ranch. So you're streaming. What made you pick Destiny?
So, like I was saying, it was literally I always said I would never go to Destiny. You know, like I said, it wasn't because I wasn't going to enjoy the game. It was because I like more of a realistic feel of the game.
Okay.
You know, like the Division. But by that time, the Division is long gone. You know, and Destiny's been here for 8 years. 8 years of content. You know what I mean?
I thought it was 7.
7. Could be
No,
7.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't
More
even
than
It's
know.
5.
like, I know that the game is in a place, and like it really was people being like, "Come on, I'll help you." Because little did I know that most of the Outriders community and the people that played Outriders came from Destiny.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when Outriders was dying, a lot of them went back to Destiny. You know what I mean? And a lot of them were like, "Oh, you got to try this. You got to try this." You know, and then and I've tried Destiny once before, about a year prior.
Me
But-
too.
And it was so overwhelming about all the shit in the game. I couldn't, and I stopped. I didn't get very far. I was like, all right, I can't. There's too much to learn out of a game like this that's been around for so long. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
recently they changed it. Recently they made it a lot easier for new players coming in to understand and learn the game.
I was
All
going
right?
to say, when I just started with the Witch Queen expansion, was my first time playing Destiny. Just like really giving it a shot. And I thought it was pretty solid to like make it inviting for someone like me who's I'm not really an MMO person typically anyways. So it's like, I understand some of the mechanics of an MMO from playing Star Wars: Old Republic, but I had a great time, like in terms of learning the mechanics of the game and things like that, how it was presented. I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah, so I love mechanics like that, especially in like raids. Like raid mechanics to me are just the funnest thing in the world.
Yeah.
You know, when it's not about the fight, it's about doing things in the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those, like that's why like Deep Stone, Chaos Room 3 is one of the funnest rooms in that game because there's no ball. You're not shooting a boss.
Right.
You got 6 people running around like maniacs trying to figure out what they're doing. You know, and
Right.
it's great. It's just great. You know,
It is cool to find like, okay, it scratches a lot of different itches for me. Destiny does, right? Like there's in terms of mechanics, like you're saying, there's puzzles that like you would find in like a single player RPG, like a Zelda or something, or like, I don't know, Breath of the Wild doesn't really have puzzles like that. I mean, Horizon doesn't have puzzles really like that, but like, I don't know, Uncharted or something that's like much more like a single player game.
Sure.
You find it in an MMO. I didn't expect stuff like that. Like the rune puzzles in like the Witch Queen.
Yeah, there's a lot of
story.
puzzles in the Witch Queen.
Yeah, which I thought was really cool. And then like even I haven't gotten into the raids, any raids really yet in Destiny, but like even mechanics where you have to like get rid of the shields or like get rid of the I don't know what the proper term for it, but like other enemies before that. so that like the boss will become unshielded.
Mhm.
I mean, just that mechanic
Yep,
is
yep.
different than I'm expecting.
Yeah, same thing with the last boss of GOS, like you were doing for the Divinity. It's like
Yeah.
you got to do all this stuff until you can do boss damage. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it really was Destiny being crossplay.
Yeah.
That was was it, because it was either really for me. I was like I was always a Warframe player as well. I don't know if either of you ever played Warframe.
I tried it once.
You know,
Is that
but
the tanks game or the?
No,
what's-
it's a
what's
third
Warframe like?
person shooter.
yeah,
Kind of like Destiny.
yeah, but there's no actual concept. I don't know. It's hard to explain Warframe because the
Okay.
leveling is the game. There is no actual end content, I guess.
Got it.
It's weird, but there's no crossplay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
For it, not yet anyway. And now that was the big part, is that, you know, I'm on PC and a lot of the community is not on PC. You know,
Right.
some are on consoles, which is absolutely fine, but I don't want to not be able to play with those people. You
But
know what
that's
I mean?
what I love about having Discord. I just hope that Microsoft for Xbox and PlayStation integrate Discord into their system, because I feel like once that happens and you can have Discord on those systems, they don't even need a party chat system anymore.
Yeah, but that's why they won't.
No, Sony partnered with them. It's coming to PlayStation.
I mean, you can get Discord on Xbox. It's called Quarrel Insider, and it's an app you download on Xbox that gives you direct into your Xbox Discord. But you know, but it's a third party software. You know,
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so they're listening.
yeah, they could be listening. You know,
They're listening.
Why are you blowing up their spot?
Yeah.
The app will get pulled off
Right.
by the time this airs. No, I'm just kidding.
But I just want to say something about the Division, because you played it. So the Division was great. The problem that scares me about a Division style game is the same team who made the Division is making the next Star Wars open world game.
Yeah,
Right
I
now.
was going to ask you about that, and how do you feel about that? Because I said I would never play another Ubisoft game in my life after the Division, what the Division did, and
So
now I'm like, do I? Like,
well, I'm very two-sided on this. I'm like two-faced with the coin flip, right? So we have one side of it is it going to be an open world game like Odyssey and Assassin's Creed, where it's not a live service game? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a live service game because there is no other Star Wars live service game other than Star Wars The Old Republic.
Mhm.
Star Wars The Old
Clearly.
Republic is 10 years old. The graphics show all of that stuff.
Yeah.
They need a game to move forward. They can easily make a Star Wars open world game play like the Division, just a Division game, just Star Wars skinned, right? Here's my concerns. If they do that, if it's going to be that, I don't believe there's going to be any lightsabers. I believe you're going to be a fucking bounty hunter.
Bounty Hunter, yeah.
Yep, and you're going to be going through the game.
Yeah. And that's
And-
something I don't want at all.
Well, no,
I'm not
nobody
interested
does.
in that.
But the big but is if there's a new live service MMO style game for Star Wars, whether you're just a bounty hunter or not, people are going to
Yeah.
play it.
I mean, I even said that the other chat. I'm like, when it launches, you won't find me on Destiny. I will be playing that game.
Yeah.
Like,
of course.
you know, it you know, besides obviously Lego Star Wars, but like any other, you know, game that comes out, like I still play Battlefront 2 like all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just go and play a little Supremacy. I fucking love it. You know,
I love Battlefront 2.
Yeah,
Love
like,
it. But what I was going to say is the thing that concerns me about the Ubisoft live service game is I feel as if they'll, instead of taking the new model of Destiny of look at this game looks great, we can stretch this game for 10 years and just release new content for it over and over and over again. They release a new game and that's what kills it. Like Division 1 was amazing.
yeah, it
The
was.
game was amazing.
The concept of the Dark Zone was one of the best things.
Yes.
Like,
But then they, instead of just riding with it, they're like, we're just going to come out with a new game.
Yeah.
And then we're going to kill the first game. And it's like,
Huh?
man, the first game was great.
Well,
and-
hey, on the flip side of Ubisoft doing that right, I
Right.
think it's Rainbow Six Siege. totally different game style, but live service, they keep putting out content.
Yeah.
That game is still going.
See, that's what we need. Like, I don't want a game that keeps coming out. Like I want Destiny. Go free to play and give me, I don't care, $60 expansions every whatever it may be.
Well, that's what
You
they
know,
did.
I don't want to have to start over. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to have to start. I want a game I can just forever play. You know, and for it to be Star Wars, that would be, you know.
Right. So
icing
here's
on
my question, I guess, because you mentioned it. Would you rather pay $15 a month for Destiny and get all of the content always, and you just pay $15 a month, or $10 every season plus a $60 expansion every time it comes out?
So that's where the DC universe comes in for me, is that's was what it was. It was $15 a month for all the content. And to be honest, I'm always a person that likes to pay a little bit over time. I don't know why, you know what I mean? So I would like the $15 or $20 a month for a legendary membership where I get all the content. You know what I mean? Because I can save $1 a day. And then for that month, you know, I have enough for the pass.
Well, for me too, what would be awesome is if they did a subscription, they could give you the option for all of the old content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All the stuff that they sunset. And look at, if you want a terabyte's worth of Destiny, you can have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, they don't have to vault content.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. So that's what I'm worried about for the Ubisoft game.
The only thing I could think of that I wouldn't be is that their world building, like it looks beautiful. Like the Division 1, the Division 2, the layouts of like New York City or Washington were the most beautiful, on point, like street, everything was, you know what I mean? Like, so their actual ability to like create, you know, even the Assassin's Creed games,
those
stuff
are
like that. They look beautiful. Not that I'm not saying they know, you know, but the way it looks is amazing. I think they would do a really good job with that.
Agreed.
Whether it comes to the story of the game or whatnot, that's, you know,
for debate,
probably a different story for another day.
Yeah.
I'm the note of the graphics, right? If you look at graphics now, so back when I first started playing on PC games, when you put your graphics at medium, it looked like you were playing on a PlayStation 2, right?
It still does, it seems like.
No. Yeah.
Like for me, like I'll put it, maybe I'm just so used to looking at it so crisp, but even when I go to like medium, I'm like, this just looks blocky.
Well, maybe it's because you're used to it on Ultra.
Exactly.
But the difference between Ultra and high or even medium is not that much anymore. No. Like it is, and if your eye catches it, like I catch it because I'm a graphical whore.
Yeah.
It's like if I can't play a game on Ultra, I don't want to play it.
That's the only reason why I have two PCs, is that I wasn't able to stream at ultra high while streaming on the same PC. I'm like, I want to like experience, you know what I mean? I want that. I want to play in 1440 and I want to still be able to stream, you know?
I've always 100%. Talked about building a streaming PC, but it always scares me because like now you got double the problems.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I've been building PCs for a long, long time. I was in computer manufacturer repair for 5 years, 6 years, IT, you know, it wasn't literally until you know, the streaming that I literally, so I'm a pizza chef. You know, I make pizza and I stream, you know, and that's where, like, actually at this point, I'm actually trying to get into maybe a home IT sort of specialist that I could do from home. But like having that 95 really would mess up, you know, the streaming, and the streaming is the end game, obviously, for me, for a lot of content creators. Like I would love to do this full time, you know, not many people, you know, you don't make much, you know, unless you're, you know what I mean?
Unless you're Shroud.
The average one that's like, you know, could be like $30,000, you know, a year. You know what I mean? Which is in today with fucking gas, you know, what are you going to do?
That's just gas money for the year.
Yeah. Right.
I stream to play for, I stream to pay for gas.
You know,
I understand. Streaming for me is it's a hobby and it's about helping people.
Yeah. Like I never even thought that like, that part, like I sit here now. I can never even, when people are like, "Oh my God, you're so close to partner," I'm like, that doesn't even cross my mind. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's like, if it happens, it happens. But what, you know what I mean? It's not gonna define who I am.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even if you make partner, you still have to keep pushing.
Yeah. It's not like you make partner and stop.
Right.
It actually gets harder probably when you hit partner, because now you don't, you want to keep those numbers up. You want to keep growing. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and you don't like, what is it, that thing, that the ultimate goal? And I say this to new partners all the time, because I'm not a fucking partner.
Mhm.
I'm so far from it. It's crazy. But I say to myself all the time, like, what's your next push? Like, you have to keep pushing for something. And what is it? You know what I mean? Like, do you say, my goal is 200 viewers? No. Okay. Do a sub goal? Meh. Like, what is that next thing you do as a partner to grow? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really easy for you, Marcus. You're pushing for pink right now.
Fuck off.
Do you know what this is, Tom?
I can only imagine. What is it?
Oh, so it's a little less sexual than you'd imagine. So it's the push for pink happened when we had Chimeri on the show, and he was pushing for partner. So we had him on like the week before he hit it, and I think he had applied but not heard back yet.
Right.
And through the course of our conversation, we were talking about dyeing our hair or something like crazy for some like goal. When you achieve a goal, do something crazy. We're like, oh, it came up that Marcus should dye his beard pink, like hot pink, not just regular, like bleach it and then dye it hot pink for if he hits some goal.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we were like, 2,000 followers or something. It might not be 2,000 followers, but it's going to be something. So it's the hashtag push for pink.
I fucking hate you, Nick.
Oh my
So
God.
now
have
it's a
you seen my colorful beards?
I don't think so.
Oh,
you dyed yours?
My man.
See, Marcus,
oh my God. Here.
You have a
the problem, but the thing is I have to go into homeowners' homes and do it. So if
you just shave it off after stream.
But then I'm going to lose my beard.
So what? Or you just dye it back.
What am I going to use? Just for men?
Just for men pink?
Bro, I'm telling you right now, though, it is probably the most grueling process ever. So my girl's a hairdresser. I think every one of my, I don't think I paid for a haircut in over 10 years. I think every woman I've ever been with has been a hairdresser. Kind of weird, but
you have a type. I get it.
I don't understand what it is, but yeah,
I do too.
Usually
nurses.
But it was the most grueling process. Like, so I had a full on rainbow beard. Full on rainbow beard. Yeah, it's actually my Twitter profile picture. If you see my Twitter, it's literally, and I every month I would change it. So it first started off with a rainbow beard. Then I had it. Then the chat voted for a teal beard. I had teal.
Oh my God.
I had, was it blue or I think it was green? Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot of maintenance.
I can only imagine. What is your Twitter handle public?
Oh yeah, it's at @com_Tom Gaming.
Got it. I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah,
it's while I'm pulling it up. So we have another question for.
Yes. What is your favorite game of all time?
Oh man, favorite game of all time. I'll be at the game that I would still play today that I still love more than any other game is probably GoldenEye.
Wow.
64?
Yeah.
Wow.
I spent a lot of my childhood on that game. Still to this day, I have the emulator on my computer, have it all mapped out. Like, I still go, and that's probably one of my favorite games. The four-cornered GoldenEye games in the temple were the best.
Wow, that's... it's so funny to hear that because it's never been said, but also, too, everybody has a different opinion, and I was so happy that Nick was distracted because usually immediately it's like, oh, you could give the Mount Rushmore, but I don't like to give that option right away because I want to hear that original one, but then follow up with, okay, what are your top three?
Top three, I would probably have to say the original Battlefront. 2 was probably right up there.
Oh,
I
for
still play it
PS2?
now. Yeah, for PS2 was probably
I played a lot of hours on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You played it, Nick? The original Battlefield 2?
Battlefront 2? Battlefront 2?
No,
Battlefront 2.
Battlefield. Oh, Battlefront.
Battlefront 2 for PS2.
Yes.
Yeah, the original
I
one.
played
Oh,
a lot of
2015 Battlefront 2.
No, older, the original.
Focus for PlayStation 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for PlayStation 2 way back.
Oh,
Before they rebooted the series.
Oh,
one of the best in my mind games.
100% agree.
Like,
I never played it.
Oh my god, you should
You're
definitely
missing out.
go do a Battlefront 2 stream. I'm telling you,
A bonus stream,
dude.
Seriously, it's fun. I'll play with you. I'll download
I used to do
it and figure it out.
Throwback Thursdays before. Obviously I had a community. I would do a Throwback Thursdays, and I was playing all the old Star Wars games.
Will it actually play though, or do you have to jump through hoops to get it to play? Because I probably own it on Steam. I actually guarantee I do.
Probably. If they made it for PC, I'm sure.
No, I bought like a Star Wars in one of those times of the, the good old Steam sales.
The Steam summer sale.
Yeah, I probably bought it and didn't even know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're selling the stream key for it for $4.
Right. Yeah, that was fun.
$2.
I think I remember playing like hours and hours of like
I've like 200 of these
game
fucking
mode.
games,
but like the different checkpoints, and I just remember playing.
Oh my god,
all the
they're
time.
so like that was like the first for me, like the first like holding a lightsaber and just ripping through people. You know? What I mean?
Yeah,
like
if
you
were a Jedi or Force user in that game, you were like invincible.
Yeah, it was so good.
Just like I felt like Aragorn cutting down the hordes of orcs in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, $9.99.
Well worth it for Throwback Thursday.
Yeah.
But
what about Eclipse? What do you got? You had the Eclipse game. You saw that trailer, right?
Yeah, and it's not coming out till like 2042.
Yeah, a long time.
It's like, why are they? I guess the word on the Strizit is that they put out that trailer to recruit like game developers, like employees.
Uh-oh.
What? What'd you do?
I did the thing.
You bought it?
Oh.
Did you click buy instead of add to wish list?
Oh my god.
He's looking at the second screen.
Nope, I'm waiting for it to fucking come up. I started Destiny.
Oh boy. You clicked the wrong button.
I clicked the wrong button. End tab.
The show is ruined.
Rip that guy. Okay.
Marcus, what's your favorite game of all time?
There's two. Childhood.
But you come at me for saying a Mount Rushmore, and you have two all the time.
So if you asked me for the first time what my favorite game is, Mass Effect 2.
Okay.
Okay. I did not see that one coming.
But if you ask me like all-time favorite game, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Because I worked my ass off to beat that game, and you beat it, and it goes, the castle flips upside down, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? And next thing you know,
you got to go through the whole thing.
There's a whole nother campaign.
Well, right. There's a whole nother campaign, and you go in, and the first enemy you fight fucking hits you once, and you're dead. You're like, whoa, the challenge of this game got really fucking hard really quick. What just happened?
Yep.
They're like, gotcha.
Yeah. That's why I don't play Dark Souls and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, but Castlevania is much more forgiving than that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dark Souls, I can't even.
No, I'm not about
Nick,
it.
what's yours?
See, I forget what I've said before every time, but like I like a single player action RPG. Some of the games that I've spent the most time on are like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. Probably if I had to pick one, it'd be Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim for sure.
It's got to be
like
Skyrim. Well,
games.
If somebody said, Marcus, what's Nick's favorite game of all time? I'd say Skyrim or Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. They're almost
Ooh,
the
Shadow
same
of
game.
Mordor was a lot of fun.
Dude,
Those were
let me tell you, this is
amazing
back when
games.
we first started the podcast.
Oh
Nick
my
couldn't
God.
even talk to anybody on the phone because he was so addicted to everything. Like, dude,
Oh, the
like,
whole
what are you
game.
doing right now? Dude, I just found a hidden side quest and I've been doing it for 45 minutes and I still haven't beaten it. I can't talk right now. Click.
And you can pause that game too.
Oh,
I
man.
love the Middle Earth games. I hope they come out with a third one. I'll crush it. I love those. I definitely got to play them on. You know what's weird? I loved those two games, right? But like, I never got into the Batman games, and it's the same mechanic.
Yeah,
Of-
yeah, I love the
Batman.
like
Yeah, I
square,
don't
square,
know.
square triangle.
Batman is
melee.
not a real
Yeah.
superhero.
Right? It's like, well, okay, time out. I like the character Batman. I forgot Tom's wearing a Batman hat and a Flash t-shirt right now.
Yes,
Mr. DC.
Yeah.
long live Zack Snyder. No,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
kidding.
Yeah, seriously. I'll hold on. We'll get there. But I have a question for that coming up. But what was I gonna say? I don't know why, but I think like killing the orcs like is more satisfying than just like punching the bad guys.
The bad
Maybe that's
guys.
it for- I don't see. Like, here's the thing. I never thought I would like a game like that, and then I played Shadow of Mordor, the first one, and loved it. So like, I never revisited the Batman games, and I feel like I really should to like give it a good try now that I know I really like that game style. But anywho, probably those Middle Earth games, probably Skyrim. and then-
Skyrim, dude, you spent like 8,000 hours in.
Yeah,
I won't say I
seriously.
hate that game, but I hate that game.
I
I do
played
too.
like
Hours
think I-
walking up a cliff just to get yeeted off in another direction. Like I'm like,
see, I played it like from launch day, and there was like hype about it. I played Oblivion before that too.
okay,
And so like I was at the age where I think I was a sophomore in high school when it came out. So I was at the age where I was like just starting to like actually be able to beat like complicated video games. So I had watched my cousin play Oblivion a few times, and then like was just being able to play it myself and got through like most of the main story. And then Skyrim, so I was like, I understood the concept of what Skyrim was going to be, and it came out and it was like, a way better version of Oblivion.
I just felt like I spent so much time walking around.
I totally get it.
Like
Yeah.
there was like these little glitches where you'd be walking up a mountain on your horse, and all of a sudden you'd be flung 100 feet off the mountain. And I'm like, I am not walking up this mountain again.
Fuck this mountain.
Yeah,
I'm not doing this quest anymore.
That's how I feel about the Fallout series. I couldn't.
Well, it's the same engine.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
know. I just couldn't get through the VAT mechanic where you shoot them in the head, and
Yeah.
they're still coming at you after
Mhm.
you give them 3 bullets to the dome piece, and then they tell you your gun's broken. My gun isn't fucking broken. I just shot this dude 3 times.
and he's still coming.
He's still
Right.
coming.
Oh, God.
But
Play
anyway,
76 at all?
no.
No.
Yeah,
I did not out of principle because of the crappy stuff at launch.
I played it when it first came out, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
And then supposedly like a year later, they like redid the
Oh,
whole
The
thing.
game is amazing now.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
what I
want
heard.
a
It's, like, really
Fallout, like you want a true Fallout MMO experience, it's the game to play right now. It's really good. Like there's people that say it's amazing now.
Yeah,
No.
supposedly it's completely different. But I don't
You
think
lost-
like Nick, you lost me the first time. Yeah,
No, there's that, and like I love Fallout because of the lore. Like the environment's really cool, the whole concept's really cool, and then the gameplay's also pretty fun. But that's not like I'm there for the lore. That's the
Mhm.
base of.
Well,
what I mean?
you're a
That's-
single player RPG fan.
RPG.
You don't need Tom TV and Marcus B814 running alongside you in a game.
right.
It's going to take you out of the immersion.
yeah.
Right. I'm trying to get lost in the world, and like in that world, there's zero human or like alive NPCs. They're all robots. It's like that's not real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I did not like that concept at all. But
Have you ever been a console gamer, or were you always a PC gamer? Oh shit! Sorry, Nick.
Ooh,
no, that was
console gamer forever. I just maybe if it wasn't for my woman, I probably would still be on a PlayStation. So
Terrible.
the whole reason why though is because like I've been always was a PlayStation, Xbox, always console guy forever. And what happened was that somebody hacked my PlayStation account.
Oh,
Somebody
terrible.
hacked my PlayStation account of years of thousands of dollars, hundreds of games, the
Yeah.
amount of money that was put in, my
Yeah.
DC account was on there. Everything
Right.
everything I had was on, the thousands of dollars. And after weeks of this motherfucker being able to contact PlayStation and get my account back every time from PlayStation support. So we were pretty much fighting over this account. I
Oh
would
my
get the
God.
account back, then he would go. I don't even know who this person was.
Yeah.
All right. And then eventually PlayStation locked the account. And
Yeah.
then that was it. And then they're pretty much, go make a new account. Make a new account. I'm like, are you going to pay me back the hundreds and thousands of dollars that is in this account?
Right.
Like, I'm giving you legit receipts from the first games that were purchased on this account 8 years ago, like whatever it was from PlayStation 3. You know what I
This
mean?
is
Like,
clearly my account.
yeah,
Yeah.
like this is where I live. This is where the account was created, in this town. Like,
Right.
you
The
guys
IP
can
address
see
is
all
here.
that. And after just fighting with PlayStation, I eventually just said, that's it. That's it. And I bought a freaking pre-built computer, and that was it.
I get it. Yeah. That's what I did too. I got a pre-built.
Yep. And then it's just grown and grown, like, over time.
But Nick, after having a PC,
Yeah.
could
Now
you see yourself going back to full-time console?
No.
Exactly.
No.
I would love those
No.
console lobbies on Apex, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, right. No, so like I could see myself playing a game or here and there that's on console. Like I really want to play Horizon Forbidden West on a PS5, but like I just don't want to spend PS5.
But here's my question.
But like I wouldn't go back to like just playing on a console as my primary. You know what I mean? My primary is going to be PC.
I guess, but my point is, so Horizon Forbidden West has been out for what, 2 months now?
Yeah.
Right? You've got plenty of games. So if you don't end up getting a PlayStation 5, let's say in the next 6 months,
Yeah.
and they announce that they're going to release Forbidden West on the PC, do you even need a PlayStation? Because it's going to come to PC, right?
Yeah, at some point, you think.
It'll be in a year. Sony is
I don't
realizing.
know.
See, I'm
Because
telling
like
you,
it took them almost 3 years to put God of War on there.
but
You know
they're
what I mean?
failing. They're going to lose to Game Pass. They're starting to lose, so they've created their bullshit their Game Pass,
the PlayStation
alternatives,
Play or
whatever it is, and you're going to be able to play but not at launch. See, this is where Sony is going to lose, because they can't put up the money to make these first party games without charging the $60 or $70 for them. But they're not going to be there on launch. But if you can pay $15 a month, Nick, and get Forbidden West, so 3 months after it's released on the PlayStation Game Pass, would you do that? Or would you just buy it in a year, 2 years when it's released? And then the other question is do you think Sony ever releases their games on Steam day one?
Not day one. Not at least not for like 5 years.
Not for a
Not
while,
the
you would think.
exclusives. Yeah. Not the exclusives.
See, I feel like Sony's
They need
losing.
to. I wish they would. Well, they're not. People
Right now, dude, people are upset, man. You can't get a PlayStation 5. Xboxes are available now. Video cards are now available. Like, go to Amazon.com right now. You can get any 30 series card you want, except the 3090 Ti, because I'm on the hunt for it. And you can't buy that card right now.
You can go right to Micro Center right now, and I got some stock to them.
The 3090.
Not the 39. No, I'm just saying video cards in general.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, they're a lot more accessible now than it was, say, last year.
Right.
Or even like a month ago.
Yeah, really.
Like the demand for them isn't there anymore, and they're just available. I mean, Doritos, shout out to Doritos, Nerds Community VIP.
I did every stream.
Nerds Community VIP. He finally said to me, he's like, Marcus, I really need a video card. And I started searching, and I saw Micro Center had 3070 Ti's, 3080s, all this stuff. And I was like, oh, let me check Amazon. Amazon had them. And I was like, bro, buy this card right now. It's MSRP right now. Do not wait. Buy it right now. He got his 3070 Ti for MSRP. He just put it in his computer yesterday. Like,
that feeling.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I have the 3090, and I really want the 3090 Ti.
Yeah.
So
No,
I think
I
if
want a
I come
3090
across the
Ti.
TI, which I'm on a hunt for, I'll sell my 3090, which I'll still get close to what I paid for it, and I'll buy the TI
Mm-hmm.
because I can't not have the best.
Have you heard the story about me getting my computer and Marcus upgrading his?
No,
Oh my god. So I bought a pre-built. I had a
dope ass pre-built.
dope as pre-built. So I've got like let's start with the boring stuff. 16
Yeah.
gigabytes of RAM, 10th gen i7, and a 3080 in it. So it's a
shoo.
it's
Okay.
a beefy boy. Then so when I got it at the time, Marcus had you had a Titan, but it was an older Titan. It was
it was the Titan XP. So
Oh
all
my
I buy,
God.
so
I'd love to just touch that thing. I
Well,
remember oh my God, a Titan was like,
yeah. So Tom, that's all I've ever bought.
Yeah.
yeah.
So my first graphics card was a GTX 760.
Yeah.
And then I had I bought two 1070s. I got a Titan, then I upgraded the Titan XP, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
So
I got a
I'm
1070 in the streaming computer.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as long as but anyway, so Nick had got this computer and I still had the Titan XP, and I was like, dude, we got to do benchmarks. Like
I did.
What was it? What's that software? A 3D Mark.
Yeah, 3D Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick destroyed me by like 10,000 points. I literally, when he did that and he told me what his score was, I literally hung up the Discord call and just didn't talk. I was just like,
Yeah.
I gotta go. Like I Irish goodbye
Oh my
our
God,
conversation.
just click.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
then-
exactly.
and
1 week later.
One
Yeah.
week, so then I had all my friends go on the hunt, and a week later they found me my 3090,
Yep.
and I was
Yeah,
like,
so I had a nicer
On a
computer. for about
benchmark
a
now.
week. Exactly. I was like, fuck. I had a nicer
That's
computer
great.
for about 6.5 days.
but what I'm gonna say here is, and if you guys listening build your own computers, I'm in a weird spot because my 3090, as dope as it is being gated by my CPU.
Bottlenecking.
Yep.
Yeah.
What kind of CPU you got?
I have an i9 9900K.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more AMD guy myself. Yeah. If you want to stream and game at the same time, AMD's the way to go.
My stream looks good.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know. I've always ever went with. I would never go with an AMD card, video card ever. You would never find a Radeon card anywhere near me.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
actually, it wasn't until recently did I go with an AMD processor. I always went with Intel, But
Yeah.
That's all I'll buy.
yeah,
Like everybody can tell me how they're shit now and all that stuff. I don't care. Intel is like the old Honda ATV motors, right? You
Mhm.
could pour out all the oil out of them and race that thing in top gear in a motocross track for
Yeah.
3 days straight, and the
Mhm.
motor still wouldn't blow. That's an Intel chip for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so anyway, so now I'm being gated or bottlenecked, whatever you want to call it, by my video card, my CPU, because it's, 4 generations old.
Yeah.
Even though it's an i9, it still can't.
Yeah, it can't.
So, right. So I want to buy a new processor and motherboard, but they're so fucking expensive.
Yeah. And especially if you buy a new board, you got to make sure you get a 500 series board. Especially if you got a 3090, you got to
Right.
use those new upgraded PCI shit they got going, PCI
Well,
6
and the
or
problem
whatever.
is now with the new boards, it's all DDR5.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh,
yeah,
now
now,
you got to upgrade your RAM
50?
too.
huh? What'd you say?
Hmm? Me or him?
Either one.
No, I got a 550 board, a new one, which I actually love because the 30 series cards can utilize that new PC slot stuff. So
Right.
I
And
mean, not that I've seen a difference, but
did you have to get DDR5 RAM?
no, actually, it's still you could still use older DD. You can still use DDR4 memory. Like,
Oh.
but yeah,
I
it's not. It's not. You have to use that, but it's capable of it.
Marcus goes, oh, that
Yeah.
changes the game.
That changes.
I mean, you
well,
can get
so-
a nice board for like $100 and a 500 series board for like $100. Like, yeah, looking at you, 3090. He's probably like, no.
He's like, I'm not buying a $100 motherboard for my 3090 and
Yeah.
i9.
yeah, I'm gonna buy an i9 and buy a shitty board and then regret it
Yeah,
instantly.
you have that ASRock 560.
Yeah, whatever.
Power
But, like,
motherboard.
I don't have the best gigabyte motherboard in this one. The last one I had was the best I could buy. It was an MSI. And I didn't really see the difference. So like I had the highest end MSI, but the next one was like this one's middle tier and it's fucking great.
Yeah, the board itself won't make you have less FPS or something like that.
Right.
You know,
Well,
it's just
It's more
I mean,
about the USB ports because
USB.
streaming.
If you're overclocking, like you need to make sure that you got nice heat plating over your thermal capacitors, and you know, and I do a lot of overclocking, especially with my CPU and GPU. You know,
Right.
I always love the tanker and see how much I can get before it just fucking crashes. You know?
Explosion.
Yeah.
I only turn up my CPU just a little because it's such an old processor.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And like,
Make it so easy now, though.
well, I know. And,
Like-
but like, here's the nice part is when I do buy another motherboard, I already have a motherboard and processor for the streaming PC.
That is exactly how it happened with me. It's like, oh, I started building a new PC. I'm going to take these parts and put them in this one, and
Right. I
use
already
it.
have the capture card.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. Anyway.
So speaking of things getting hot,
Oh yeah.
very important question. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, probably pistachio.
Oh
my fucking God. I'm out. See ya. This has been the greatest fucking podcast. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are fantastic community. I'm out. See you later, everybody.
I almost started on the spiel we gave to Marcus B Gaming, I think before, or who was it that we gave the spiel? Like, who the hell
Everybody.
likes pistachio ice cream?
Everybody. Stay alive.
Stay alive. Stay alive likes pistachio also.
And he's on the show next week.
Yo.
Oh, great.
Tell my said pistachio life.
No, that's going to be the fucking topic tomorrow next week. And it's going to validate his bullshit and your bullshit ice cream flavor. This is the biggest bullshit crock. I swear to God, we're being trolled. I'm losing it.
This
You know,
can't be
I
real
asked
life.
my girl that question the other day. I'm like, because I saw the thing in the notes. I'm like, it's like, what's my favorite ice cream? And I was thinking, she's like, pistachio, obviously. You know, the green kind, not the white kind, the green kind. I'm like,
Oh my God.
like this is her telling it to me. I'm like, okay.
Right.
I mean, I'll do all pistachio, but if I was, every day when I was a kid, I'd come home and have cookies and cream, ice cream.
Oh,
But as I got older, pistachio just, I don't know.
So you developed into the psychopath that you are now.
Yes,
You weren't always that way.
Yeah, you tried to give me pistachio when I was a kid, I would have threw it back in your face.
Exactly.
That is,
That's the
this
appropriate
ain't cookies and
response.
cream.
Nick, you should ask him the other. We need fucking redemption.
Oh my
Like,
God,
you
I
better
know.
ask that next question, the big one, because like we need some fucking redemption here.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if this is some ridiculous thing, I'm gonna just walk away and cry.
All right. So the other important question that's a judge of character is who or whom, I don't know which is correct, is your favorite Star Wars character in all of the galaxy far, far away?
Qui-Gon.
Okay. Elaborate.
Qui-Gon.
Why?
There's something about him. I don't know, when I was a kid and that first movie came out, because obviously I wasn't alive for the original trilogy. You know, I mean, not that I'm a fan of the sequel. I mean, the prequels. But that movie, there's something about Qui-Gon, and then Master and Apprentice. I don't know if you've read that book yet.
I did.
It's I don't know. He's just so, for me, he's just so mythical. Like, because you always see him, you don't really ever see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the whole concept of the whole Force Ghost, living on after you die, like that's all him. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Well, you're gonna see him very soon.
Yes. Do you think we're gonna see him, or do you think we're just gonna hear him?
No, you're gonna see him. You're gonna see.
You think it's gonna be Liam Neeson?
Yes, he was casted for it. Like, of course, dude. I'm telling you right now, Disney had zero budget for this 6 episodes.
Yeah.
If this is gonna be like pull your pants down fan service to every single person, listen. I believe.
Wait. Why are we pulling our pants down?
Because they're showing it all.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going
Now
to
I
be
do.
full flash mob. Like Darth Maul's going to be in this fucking thing.
Yeah. That's another thing. How do you feel about that?
I like it. Let's do it.
I mean, but like it kind of it's.
Ray,
I saw their
back?
last fight already though. Like you know what I mean? I don't know.
yeah, we
like
saw
the real
we saw
Darth
it-
Maul is going to be back. Like to see those spikes one point.
Yeah,
one
that's
time.
gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, well, his fight with Kenobi happens after the series takes place, right?
Correct.
It's in Rebels, which is
Yeah, it's in Rebels, and it's like towards the end of the series.
Yes. Yeah, this
and
season
it wasn't even a fight.
this takes this se-
I know.
I think
It
the
was like-
series takes place 2 years or 1 year after Return of the Jedi.
yeah.
I mean,
Rebels is,
Revenge of the Sith. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
So
Well,
like
5 years.
yeah,
after,
because
I
the
think.
Inquisitors
Something like
are everywhere. So like
Right.
Maul is there. Like I believe
it was like
that.
10 years after, I believe. It was 10.
Right.
I don't know.
And
the
Rebels
show, I
is-
That's
think,
the
is 10
Google,
years.
Jamie, can you look this up, please? But what I'm saying is I don't believe that. Like, if Hayden Christensen's there, they're bringing the Inquisitors. I mean, everybody is going to be in this. I wouldn't be surprised
Mhm.
if you see like or hear Yoda. Qui-Gon's going to be there for sure. They are not going to miss an opportunity when fucking Obi-Wan
Yeah, you
is
really
starting to
can't,
lose
like-
his mind in his hut because he's all alone. And Qui-Gon,
Yeah, Qui-Gon comes in.
oh hello,
Oh, I got it.
Hello there.
I got it. I got the answer. So, the Kenobi is set 9 BBY, like 9 years
Okay.
before the Battle of Yavin,
Yeah,
and Rebels is between 5 BBY and 0 BBY. So it's before Rebels.
Perfect.
So we could easily see
Everybody.
Maul, everybody.
we're seeing
Yeah.
Ezra too coming in. Ezra's gonna be making his way in for the Ahsoka show and shit.
Right. I say probably not in Kenobi, but yeah.
Not
Ahsoka.
Kenobi, no, but it's like
Definitely.
they're
if-
throwing it all. It's
Right. If she's asking about where Admiral Thrawn is, then Ezra's definitely going to be in
oh,
these.
yeah, they already
Well,
casted him. It's the dude who played what's that Disney movie? The old
Oh,
one.
they cast him?
It's a brand new world. Whatever that's what is that movie?
Oh, the guy who played Aladdin?
Aladdin, yes. That's who casted.
Oh.
So the other thing too is, I think that if I'm gonna like rage quit, if the first thing Obi-Wan says in the series has to be hello there.
General Kenobi.
Just they start the thing and he goes hello there, and he's talking to somebody in the fucking
or
Yeah,
Tatooine
the cantina or something.
like they
Exactly.
casted Bail Organa for the show, so you're
Yeah.
gonna see baby Leia.
yeah, I heard you're gonna see Baby Leia.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like all of these things are gonna happen. This is going to be the ultimate fan service. I just want to know one thing: how much did they pay Ewan McGregor to play this role again? A and
Oh, wow.
B. How much did Hayden Christensen get paid to play this role?
Oh,
After all the backlash after the prequels, I can only imagine.
yeah.
Billions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
A
mean,
lot of money.
Think about how much like everyone like the prequels seem to now be coming out of this like hatred stage.
Well, it's like anything.
It seems now they're
else.
getting more appreciation and like
Yeah, but
like,
if you look at
they're
the-
realizing the flaws. It's like, hey, it's not this actor's fault. It's the writing's fault. Or
Yeah.
it's like,
If you
what I
watch
mean?
the reviews from 1983 Return of the Jedi, people hated it.
yeah, they were saying it was the worst one out of the three.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got Empire, which is the best sequel ever made in history.
right.
And
know-
every sequel tries to be it
Mhm.
still
And
to
they're-
this day.
Yep,
Right.
yep.
What's your favorite stream moment?
Ooh. So, like we were saying, I have a couple of them, and it really is when people come in and pretty much just tell me how I've helped them, because I have moments where I've literally cried. I'm a little girl. I seem to cry during my stream a number of times. They said stop crying, but yeah, that's pretty big one. That those type of things when people come in, and I have a lot of people that are close to that are like, you helped me through this. Thank you so much for this. But
Mhm.
one of the funniest stream moments is when I just started playing Destiny, probably about maybe a couple weeks in, and I was going through my first VOG. And I had a team helping me through my first VOG. And out of nowhere, here comes Grenader Jake with 2,000 people in a raid. And
2,000?
2,000 people he
Holy
raided me
crap.
with. And it was one of the 30 minutes of, oh my God. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if you've ever played Vault of Glass, the Raid Vault VOG, there's that one jumping puzzle in the middle of it that connects the second and third boss. Yeah, I was there for about 30 minutes. I had all of them cheering me on, like, you can do it, you can do it. Like, I was, oh my god, yeah. That was a big. That was one of those, like, so in shock, like, oh my god,
like, why did you pick me?
Yeah, what
on this most awkward day possible?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. One of the biggest Destiny people, just incredible dude. Like, I just started playing. He comes, oh my god, I was just deer in headlights. Like, I don't suck, I promise, and I did.
Right,
I don't suck, I'm dead.
That happened. I can relate a little on a much smaller scale, obviously. When I got rated on Monday, I was at, like, my game wasn't working right. I forget where I was, and I was supposed to click something and it just, like, wasn't working. So I had to restart the story. But I was like, hi, I'm Nick. I'm host working class blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, I'm, like, panicking, clicking all the buttons.
That's me always. Like, like, whenever I get rated, I'm always like, oh my god, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't show. Like, Twitch has changed a lot of their stuff. Like, you don't no longer know when you get hosted under a certain amount of people. It won't even, like, tell you. It's silly as hell.
Yeah, it was really weird. It didn't show that I got rated.
I've noticed that, like, I haven't said to people in a long time, thank you for the hostess with the hostess.
Yeah. It's because they raised it. It's like you have to be host with over 20 something people for a notification to pop. It's like, what?
That's weird.
Like, why? Like, what matter of how many people it is? They're coming to you and bringing what they, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just shitty on their part. But Twitch has a lot of issues.
I totally get it. All right. I'll finish with a serious question. So this next question is not serious. So, okay, I understand you're really into superheroes and comic books as we are as well. So why do you hold such a strong opinion that Marvel's superheroes and characters are so much better than DC's? Can you explain that?
Well, it's not. Well, first off, obviously, I'm a massive DC guy, you know, and it's not that I have anything against Marvel. I love their characters. I watch their movies, but I've also have read a lot of their comic books, and a lot of the times I read a lot of the 80s, you know, earlier comic books. And for Marvel wise, a lot of their storylines don't really do it for me. You know, at one point, Marvel was about to go out of business. You know, if it wasn't for, you know, Iron Man and them, they were bankrupt, you know. It's for me, and that's why, like, the movies are the movies. For me, it's more of the comic book stories, and that's why you know, people hate Batman versus Superman. They hate, you know, all this shit. But for me, I saw comic pages come to life.
Right.
Well, I don't care if you like it or not, but for me, that was big. I don't care if it was just, you know, a picture sketched in a comic book that I just saw for a split second. You know what I mean? Like,
but
the DC movies suck. I'm not going to lie to you.
No.
So, like, The Dark Knight,
I disagree.
Amazing. This new Batman,
amazing.
Legit.
Man,
I truly like the new one.
Like the Riddler may be the most terrifying villain ever.
Yeah.
Like, he's and I've been saying it for a while. Like, it's not, it's a Jim different character than the Joker. But the shit that the Riddler did was terrifying.
Yeah. Well, that's also based on The Long Halloween. You know, it's based on the comic book The Long Halloween. And technically, that would have really been the Calendar Man who was in his position, you know, but I loved seeing the more real Batman of him truly struggling. And like, he got his ass whooped a couple of times. And, you know, that's, you know, people are like, oh, he's getting his ass kicked. This is him, like, year 2.
Right.
Like, you're not seeing Ben Affleck Batman 20 years later that's just putting people's heads into a floor. You know what I mean? This is a lot different.
Well,
you know?
They played to his strengths.
Yeah.
Emo Batman.
Yeah.
It was the Twilight Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of it was, cool. I was like, ooh, like when they pan to him and the hair is like over the eye. I'm like, yeah.
But the Aquaman movie was good.
Yeah. No, I love Jason Momoa. I'm a huge Stargate guy. So to see him,
oh my God, Stargate,
I'm a Stargate nut.
SG1.
Yeah, SG1 for life. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Too bad they shit on Stargate Universe. That was just brutal ending.
Yeah.
The 2-season one at the end. It wasn't bad, but they just cut it. They actually ended it in a comic book, which was weird. But
well, it's funding, right? It's sci-fi only can go so far with funding, and then if it like,
that's why they canceled it. It was too
what
much
was
money.
what was the girl's name in SG1?
Oh, who? Amanda Tapping?
Yeah, but what
Samantha
was her name?
Carter?
Yes,
Yes, Major
times
Carter.
many times did I get belly boners.
Oh,
where you're
yeah.
laying on your
Yeah,
belly
she
watching
was-
her, and you have a boner.
Well,
laying
for 10
down.
seasons, I waited for him and fucking Jack to get together. That never fucking happened.
Yep.
wasn't in the contract, but
Yeah.
no. Oh man, that was such a good show.
I like DC characters a lot. I like the dark grittiness. Like you can actually.
I guess
kill people.
that's like I love Marvel movies. You know what I mean? But
me
I just
too.
don't read the books. You know, the actual source material really anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just and like I feel like DC went a different route. Like all their shows were CW shows, and it's like they were just like teeny bop shows, and it's like
it hurt.
I watched Supergirl. Right,
I watched it all too.
Well, I watched Supergirl.
I watched a lot of
one of the better ones.
Right, and my daughter likes it.
I watched a lot of the Flash.
Yeah, I watched all of it
at some point, but
after Crisis, after the whole Crisis on Infinite Earths and Arrow thing, that was the last I watched. That's when the whole thing should have ended. Like the Arrowverse, CW, that's where it should have ended. They should have now went to HBO because I can't wait for this Green Lantern show on HBO.
And hopefully they do it right. And now they have directors like Filoni and Favreau who get it. And remember, like I remember when DC partnered with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Right?
And they did. Yeah, they made
what was it called? Oh,
Netherworld.
They made versus Mortal Kombat or something like that.
Well, they've had DC characters in Mortal Kombat, but they made the Injustice games.
Yes, they also did a lot of crossover comics. You know, between Justice League, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. You know, they're all of it. They even had in the '80s Marvel versus DC.
Yeah,
right. But no, Marcus, NetherRealm or whatever studios that makes Mortal Kombat, they made Injustice 1 and Injustice 2.
And I played them; they were great.
Those are really good. I wasn't familiar with those comic lines. I actually just watched this week, like these like 5-hour videos of like covering the Injustice like storyline. I don't know if it's like a recent version of it or if there's different versions of that Injustice comics, but like it's really cool to show like Superman not being
Superman.
tied. Evil Superman, pretty much.
Yeah,
him like losing not even bizarre, but like him like losing his morality, and like through a very logical and like justified way of how that would happen. You know what I mean? And then like logical responses of like these characters trying to figure that out. It was really interesting.
Yeah, you can go on like YouTube and watch like all the cutscenes lined up. It's like 3 hours and like all the cutscenes, and it just shows you the whole story. It's pretty cool.
This was a person like narrating over the comic.
Oh, that's sick.
Which I thought that was cool because like I like the content, but I've never sat down, not never, but I infrequently sit down and like read a comic. So like to get it presented in like a video format was really cool.
Yeah.
But the storyline's awesome.
The Injustice is really good. That's why they keep making these games. They're very popular.
Well, I'll be curious to see how they go moving forward, because the reality is, for me now, TV shows are the way of the future, right?
Streaming in general.
Well, no, just the TV show, because they can say so much more. You know, like No Way Home was great, right? But it's only 2 hours. Imagine if that was a 6 episode No Way Home. Yeah. How they could have gotten to crazy depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what, and honestly, I kind of hope that they make a Superman show that's like Batman. This Batman, where it's dark and gritty and like not like, oh, I'm just Mr. Perfect. You know what I mean? Like,
I love Henry Cavill.
And honestly,
like, if I could see an evil Henry Cavill,
yeah.
I mean, we saw a little bit. A little bit of it.
But
in the Snyder cut, anyway.
Well, I want to see. Like, I still have brand new, never been opened, The Death of Superman, right?
Oh my God. What a fucking.
I have one that's been opened that I read, and then the other one has been sealed since 1991 or whatever it is. Right. And Why the fuck did they not make a Doomsday movie where Superman dies? Make it a trilogy or a part one
The
and part
problem
two.
is that they did, but it had
They
nothing
did.
to do with that story. Yeah, no, it
Right.
shouldn't have happened. That whole thing it should have been. I don't know why they placed that in Batman. It made no sense. That should have been of its own movie.
But that's what
And
I'm
a
saying.
whole big movie.
Yes,
You know,
it should
Death
be a
of Superman
two-part.
isn't 20
Yeah.
minutes in a different movie.
Put
you know?
Empire Strikes Back in Superman. Superman dies at the end.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Done.
Then they didn't even give him the freaking black suit in the next movie either.
Right.
It was terrible.
But that's
That hurt wrong.
I just hope, but what Marvel has done is push DC to be better. You
Right.
know, some of the updated things, movies are great.
This is why Marvel will always prevail, though. It's why I actually like Marvel has their continuity, and it's
Right.
all linked, and
Right.
that's what I love more than anything. I want like link continuity. You know what I mean? DC is these standalone movies, which are great, but I want that Marvel line. You know what I mean? Like continuity. I want these solo movies to lead up into a big movie, and then characters crossing. Like Marvel's done it. They've done. I don't even know. Like they've turned comic book movies and superhero movies are the movies these days.
Right.
What other movies are making over billions of dollars? You don't really see that's a non-comic book movie making that much money.
But
Exactly.
the thing about it is it's because Marvel has like DC, but like DC doesn't do it. Marvel has hundreds and hundreds of episodes of issues of comics that they can refer to. They can take any one of these comics and just make a movie out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Like an obscure character getting his whole show.
And did you
It's a
know
cool
that
character, but
Poe Dameron said that the only reason why he's doing it is because he's not in the MCU? So he's not going to be stuck playing that character forever?
I love how you call him Poe Dameron.
Well, forever he's fucking Poe.
Oscar Isaac's probably one of my
Listen.
favorite. Unfortunately, I loved him in the Star Wars, but like
he almost didn't.
he's
Sorry, go ahead.
he's a La Folk kind of guy. I don't know if you know, he plays a lot of instruments. He was been in punk and ska bands when he was a kid and stuff.
no
I actually
kidding.
follow a lot of his work. If you ever watch the new Dune yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
like
fantastic.
he's so good and like
But
I
I
loved
into it.
him. Yeah,
Every time I see him, I'm just like, where's your X-Wing, bro?
yeah. Where's
Like, I'm sorry. Like, people can play multiple characters, but once you play a Star Wars character, I can't ever unsee that. Like Ewan McGregor, I remember watching a movie that he was in, and I was like, I watched 10 minutes of it because I'm like, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
You don't need the money, bro.
watch him in Men That Stare at Goats, dude. You ever watch Men Who Stare at Goats?
Oh,
You
no.
should.
I saw the trailer for it. Looks like a weird movie.
Yeah, it is. It's like him, like all of a sudden he's tripping on acid with. It's so weird.
I can't do it though.
I'll watch it. No, you know what?
It's literally about a guy who could stare at a goat and kill it.
Right.
I understand.
I forgot who the guy who plays it. It's like a big actor. The guy who actually plays
George Clooney?
George Clooney, yeah.
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 I see, like, talking about Oscar Isaac playing Moon Knight. I think I heard he only took the role because he was saying he was really frustrated with how Poe Dameron came out because he ended up being like this one-dimensional character, and he's like, no, I want to play something more dynamic. And he originally said no to Moon Knight a bunch, and then was like, oh, okay, he's not in the MCU, so he's not going to get pulled into other stuff. A, B, it's like, wait a minute,
He better get pulled into other shit. I mean, he's perfect for
Marcus,
Blade and fucking.
Right. Wait a minute. I don't think I heard that. I'm just remembering you say that, Marcus. Where did you hear that Moon Knight's not in the MCU?
I actually heard him say that too.
Yeah, they said that he's not, when he was going for the role, he's not going to be in the MCU universe. Like, multiple movies are not going to drag him into the Avengers, all that stuff. He's in the MCU, but it's not the cinematic universe, I should say.
Yeah, I saw like Comic Book News Net or something about it. I read that on. Yeah,
because he doesn't want to be tied to a role forever.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean?
Because I thought I always saw Moon Knight coming in as like with Blade and like I forgot the character. Like I think it's not the Black Knight, but the guy whoever wields the ebony blade. That character. That's like
the Black Knight.
Yeah, is it Black Knight?
Yeah, Black Knight. Yeah. Jon Snow.
Right, Jon Snow. Exactly. I was gonna say, fuck, what's Jon Snow's real name?
I
Kit
can't remember
Harington.
what is Jon Snow.
Speaking of seeing people as one character, but
Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
right, Oscar Isaac being Poe Dameron, he was like, hey, this Moon Knight character's got, DID that's like very dynamic, that you're
Mm.
playing 2 people, 3 people, 4 people at the same time. That's that it's gonna be way more dynamic and like let you
Yeah.
be more interesting than Poe Dameron. She's like, okay, like I'll do it. But it's interesting. So
Mhm.
hey, what are your stream goals before
So
we wrap things up?
I really like he was saying, like it's more of a hobby than anything. I don't really have more like straight goals, like I want to hit 1,000 followers or this or that, because numbers, it's for me, it's just meet more people and just grow the community, and go into other people's communities, and just continue to do that. Like, I don't have any, like, I want to become partner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my goal, because like I said, I don't even look at numbers. Like, it doesn't really mean much to me. I just
Yeah.
love to, like I said, just hang out. Like, when I go to stream, that's me just being like, all right, who wants to hang out and have some fun? You know what I mean? So like material goals like that, like followers, subs. Like, I never even put like a sub goals at all, or I don't put like donate money for this. You know what I mean? I don't care. You know what I mean?
Right.
About any of that. But like just goals in general. I just keep goals to be right here, the same place next year. And just keep doing it.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on.
That's awesome.
Keep on keeping on.
Joe Dirt.
So where can people
almost
find?
ready to make it?
I love it. Love a good Joe Dirt quote. I forgot about that movie.
It's so good.
But hey, tell everybody where they can find you.
So you can find me mainly on Twitch every day, but Mondays and Fridays in the evenings at Tom_Tom TV. You can also find me on Twitter at Tom_Tom Gaming. That's probably only pretty much use those two, and I pretty much live my life in Discord.
Awesome.
Discord is life.
Well, hey, thanks for coming on the show. This was awesome.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. This was really a lot of fun. Anytime I get to come out and talk about comics and Star Wars and gaming, there's not a better day than that.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.